history trivia do you know? Do you know if anyone has ever, like, made a sausage out of their dead pet or anything?
Oh, I'm sure of it. I mean, they're just right there. It's free meat.
Free meat.
The guy who's from Australia? I'm sorry. What was you? I should have done more show
research. You can call me whatever you like.
Are you Andrew?
No.
You can call him anything but that.
Yeah, sausage sensei. Jesus.
I am Jackson. You can call me Jackson because that is my name.
Yeah, what's going on down there? Do you know most people in America? You know, they think of Australia as like our Disneyland. You got the
what does that mean?
It's like an imaginary place. It's filled with fairy bread and what's the cuisine like going on down there?
Yeah, this is something I've actually thought long and hard about. We don't have a cuisine. We just take food from every other location, mainly like Asia, like Japan, and we just take their food. Like, I live off sushi pretty much. We don't have any actual Australian cuisine. I guess barbecue.
No, you do. You have Vegemite and Grubbity Dubbities or Witchetty
Grubs. Witchetty Grubs, which we don't eat. Like, that's more for the bushwhackers, we call them, out in the middle of nowhere.
You just dropped a slur. What the fuck is that?
That's such a cool name.
It's a term for someone who lives out in the bush. I hope. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think bushwhacker's offensive. I think that's what that actually is. I think you're good.
All right, good. I fucking hate Australian slang and shit, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, we do eat like, we have what are called Bunnings snags, which are like sausages in a blanket, I believe they're called in America.
Pigs in a blanket?
Yeah, pigs in a blanket.
That one.
Yeah, those are fucking delicious.
Yeah, they are good. That's one of our main, like, one of our Australian pastimes is we go down to Bunnings every Sunday, chuck a $2 coin at the person making the sausages, and then we get a sausage in a blanket, or whatever you call it, pig in a blanket, and they're yum. So yeah, that's what our cuisine is mostly. It's just taking other things and doing it as lazy as possible.
But you also eat all this fancy like kangaroo shit, right? Like kangaroo tails and such.
No. Well, you can eat kangaroo, but no one. Like, it's not common or anything. Same with crocodile.
Crocodile? Really? Crocodile's not common? Because crocodile and alligator are really tasty. Like
they just taste like dry chicken.
In Florida, if you go to certain restaurants, especially like near the beaches, you can get alligator tail, and it's really good. I'm kind of surprised you guys don't take advantage of your natural ecosystem.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, it's actually very surprising that with all the critters you have running around, all the gigantic spiders and this fucking box jellyfish, you don't try to eat them at all. You just kind of take it.
Well, the bushwhackers do. The bushwhackers eat all kinds of insects and stuff out there. Like they like I said, they eat the witchetty grubs, which are just enormous protein-filled grubs. What do they turn into?
No one's ever seen any of them grow up. You just eat them as fast as you can.
They probably turn into emus or something.
Yeah, for all we know, they're saving the planet because if those things grow, they take over the entire continent.
Yeah. So that's what our cuisine is, sausage sensei.
So it's a real place, and the fairy bread, that's just a child like our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
What are you, fairy bread?
Yeah.
That sounds more like an insult than bushwhacker.
Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, look, like what do you call it? Yeah, it's like bread.
Oh,
it's bread that you put hundreds and thousands on.
What? God, your slang is so garbage.
Slang is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
For those of you who speak English, he's talking about sprinkles.
Sprinkles? How is that less?
Sprinkles is so much better than hundreds and thousands.
Because you sprinkle it.
Hundreds and thousands of them.
No, there's not. There's maybe a couple hundred. Maybe.
There's hundreds and thousands of them.
No, there's not. Every single thing that has sprinkles on it has maybe like 1,000 at the most. Come on.
So what came first? The word, the verb, or the act of sprinkling, or sprinkles as in hundreds and thousands? Which came first?
That is the most fucking non-profound question I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Well, which one came first, Charlie?
I imagine sprinkles. You guys fucking describe things like 2-year-olds. I'm taking a sickie. What am I going to eat for brekkie? Oh, look at these hundreds and thousands. That's what I'll call it. Fucking dumb. Just call it sprinkles.
Just because, yeah, even if yours is first doesn't mean it's good, Jackson.
Put them on my fairy bread. You're like the least intimidating culture on the planet.
Hey, I didn't call it fairy bread. I don't agree with that term.
I'm surprised you haven't been
But
conquered
it's called
yet.
fairy bread.
Who does Australia technically belong to? Are you guys like your own nation?
Britain.
Britain.
No, Britain.
Of course.
Well, technically we're our own nation, but we're still in the
Kaya,
Commonwealth.
do you not know the history of Australia in that regard? They were literally a fucking prison colony.
No,
where
I know
Britain would
that.
ship off.
I just figured that at some
Yeah.
points they may have liberated themselves, but no, I'm just asking because I'm
Yeah, we
genuinely
had
surprised that.
we have our like 1901 was when we became our own country away from Britain.
Right. I just
You
feel
missed
like
it so much. You put Britain's entire flag in your flag.
and if you didn't have their backing, I think some savage tribe would just take over, even just from within. The emu, you lost the fucking war to the emus, for God's sake.
Yeah, but we kind of did squash out the Aboriginals.
La-di-da.
Yeah, so you see what I'm saying over here? Like they fought emus, they got fairy bread, and America's knowledge of Australia, it's not that strong. So
That's how we like it. We like having our own like little space down here. America's not the center of everything. I'm so sick of this notion that America's the center of everything. Let us do our own thing down here. We're fine.
well, yeah, and then in the news, it was like 99% of Australia's on fire, and then you hear from people such as yourself.
Yeah,
and
but we dealt with that.
You're like, I don't even know. I had no clue.
How did you deal with that, by the way, Jackson? I don't think we ever...
We let it burn. We let it burn. We just let it burn to its completion.
That's a pretty good strategy, I guess.
Well,
Yeah,
didn't it?
It was all we could do.
Hey,
it
it
was like
worked.
historical
Didn't-
levels of fire.
Didn't Mother Nature kind of help out with the rain?
My recording dropped out, boys. Andrew, have you been recording the call?
Well, I can tell you where we can be now, because I have to tell you boys something very important, and it's about the comfort and affordability of Mack Weldon clothing. Mr. Ordinary Sausage, do you happen to wear clothes?
Oh, all the time.
All the time. Wow, that's pretty often. Well, let me tell you about Mack Weldon then. Mack Weldon was founded because they wanted more out of men's basic wear and always questioned how something so essential could be such a pain in the ass to buy. Mack Weldon started from scratch and engineered their own fabric, made sure the design process was meticulous so you can count on the fit being the same each time, and built a world-class customer experience, the difference being in the details. Mack Weldon is probably better than whatever you're wearing right this second. Unless you're wearing Mack Weldon right now, in which case, congrats, you've broken even. Because Mack Weldon is a premium men's essential brand that believes in smart design and premium fabrics. Their basics, including socks, shirts, hoodies, underwear, and the new adjustable Storm Chaser rain jacket, really are the longest lasting, highest quality items on the market. Florida weather has gotten to the point now where it does this, every couple times a year, where it's completely and utterly fucked. It will rain like crazy, storm super hard, then it'll get super hot. Then the next night it'll get extremely cold. Then it'll rain again. Then it'll get hot. Then it'll rain even harder. So that Storm Chaser rain jacket is super, super handy for someone like me and Charlie, who live in a place that's, going through perpetual hell right now. Mack Weldon values the loyalty of its customers, and that's why they've created the Weldon Blue Loyalty Program. You can create an account totally for free, place an order from any amount, never pay shipping again, and once you purchase $200 worth of products from Mack Weldon, not only will you continue to receive free shipping, but you'll start saving 20% on every order you make for the entire year.
So
I
basically,
personally love Mack Weldon. Yeah, go ahead, Kaya.
well, the more you use them, the cheaper it gets. Plus, now we're all not really supposed to go out and try on clothes anyway. And do you really want to go into a, department store and try on clothing that possibly has been touched and just put on by somebody else anyway? Even if the stores did reopen right now, do you really want to catch the virus? Stay home. Just use Mack Weldon. Let it all comfortably. Their clothes are comfortable, and so is the delivery, right? Just let it all nicely be sent to you. If you don't like it, you can return it. And where do they go? MackWeldon.com,
my friend.
promo code OP. Tell us.
That's correct. Well, if you want to consider yourself overpowered, or OP as people on the internet say, you can probably put on some Mack Weldon clothing. And as Kaya said, you can go to MackWeldon.com and enter the promo code of OP for 20% off of your first order. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code OP. Get all the men's basics that you could ever possibly need.
Nice. So, Sausage, I wanted to toss this one to you. You're a family man, correct?
Yeah, a family guy, you may say.
That's nice. So, what does your family think of your newfound internet fame from sausage making? Have they always identified you as, like, the sausage guy? Like, is that maybe how you got your wife? Or is there, like, any big connection to sausages at the home?
No. You know, at the home, it's a pretty much a sausage-free zone until it's time to make the sausage. Well, I mean, I'm not saying you bring a sausage into this house and that's it. You can hit the dirt or hit the road. It's just. I'm sorry. I lost what the hell I was saying. So no, I didn't meet Mrs. I didn't meet Mrs. Sausage through the fine art of sausage making. We met through the SPCA of all things. She was checking out a kitty, and I put the moves on her. But the kids.
You said, "Hey, I could make a sausage out of that."
At the time, the sausaging wasn't even a blip on my radar at that time. But the kids have absolutely no interest in watching any of the videos.
Huh.
Well, that's a shame. One day they're gonna have to pass down the torch, man. You're gonna have to give them the do's and don'ts of sausage making. It's like the Japanese bladesmith teaching their apprentices.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are your kids?
I got 4-year-old twins. They're 4-year-old girls.
Okay, so they're probably not old enough to be in that bracket of whoa, YouTubers and YouTube and all that.
Whoa, he's making sausages.
Whoa, I disagree. They're big fans of like the crappiest YouTube shows you've ever seen.
Ooh, would you like to name some?
Well, I don't think I'm in any position to say which YouTube show is crap and which one's not. But it's they watch people just playing with slime.
They're in that phase. Have fun with that one.
Oh,
That's
God.
a whole rabbit hole.
What are they, children?
It's like, turn that off. What are you, like 4? Jesus.
Hey, what the fuck is this? Slap a sausage in her hand. That's what you need to be working on. Learning this.
A sausage made of slime. There you go. You've won your kids over.
Oh, yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to taste test it.
Well, you see someone playing with slime for like 30 minutes, and they got 50 million views on a video, and you start rethinking your life.
Oh yeah, that'll really put the fear of God in you real quick when you see some of those weird numbers on that shit.
What's the story with that? If you're making children's programming on YouTube, are you not making money off of ads anymore? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think they put the kibosh on that these days. I mean, they still make money through sponsors, but they can't make it off YouTube ads anymore.
Really? Like none?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I've seen a drop in output.
Yep, they lost 90% of their revenue. So, they still make money from YouTube ads, but it's such a minuscule chunk to what it used to be.
Wasn't it because
I know.
Somebody bust open the story that there's just oodles and oodles of videos of naked children that were monetized on YouTube, so YouTube decided to cut funding altogether? No?
That's a big oversimplifying of what actually happened.
Well, no, you're both wrong. It's COPPA. COPPA is like an old law from the 90s that YouTube wasn't abiding by, where you can't put ads targeting children and getting their data, which YouTube was doing. So they got slammed, and they had to get rid of that, and they got fined like $190 million.
Oh,
So
nice.
COPPA is the thing where you
ads.
can be charged on like per children basis, right? So there's like
That's right. I forgot about
each child on your service counts as one singular charge of like $1 million.
Yeah,
in fines or whatever.
They had to take
It's
away all
crazy.
those targeted ads on those children's videos, which destroyed that revenue for those people.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. It's actually surprising that they don't have some sort of a workaround loophole that they could have abused. Like, well, we're not targeting the children, we're targeting the parents. That sort of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube has a history of just rolling over. Even a random YouTuber, if they say something mean about YouTube, YouTube will change its entire fucking policy about something. They just don't fight. They have so much money, they just don't bother.
Yeah, I mean, why should they? I guess they don't really care.
No.
Well, yeah, the difference between that green dollar sign and the yellow one, it's very significant. The
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
the,
yeah.
the 10K sausage special where I cut myself off from swearing, they demonetized me for that one.
For
Really?
not swearing, they demonetized you?
Yeah, for almost swearing, they got me. And then I even put in a request for a manual review, and they came back like an hour later, and they said, no, that's staying yellow.
See, man, so glad you brought that up. I've gotten so frustrated with that lately, where every single YouTube channel has to like blur out their swear words and censor certain things. Like you can't even discuss like Nazis even in a historical context because YouTube will demonetize your video. It's insane.
Well, I think that's a little bit of a misunderstanding, though. Like, blurring yourself out or anything, that's not going to save you from getting monetized. It's even specified.
They still do it, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just out of confusion.
Yeah, that's even worse then. You would think that, fine, I censored it there. Now if, Clueless McFuckhands doesn't know what the word Nazi is, then now they won't ever learn it from my video. You would think that would maybe get you by because that's how TV does it. They bleep stuff and blur stuff and shit. But God, it's just ridiculous how almost every single YouTuber, if they're trying to make a living on the platform especially, every one of their videos, they have to beep every swear word. They have to blur out certain stuff.
It's ruining art.
It is. It's just making everything shitty.
YouTube, I actually don't even put that on the YouTube themselves. They specify that blurring out those words and censoring it will not prevent demonetization. So if you want to say fuck or shit or big titties or something, you should just say it. It's the same as censoring it. It's just people being confused on how they enforce it. They are very clear, like, we don't give a fuck if you censor. You are still getting demonetized if you say those words. So there's no reason to censor.
That's ridiculous.
So, Sausage Senpai, in the next one, I'm expecting some big F-bombs coming left and right. Real explicit.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to kind of rely on the minuscule, dimes and nickels that they send my way.
No potty mouthing.
Yeah, no potty mouthing and no bad talking, the hand that feeds me right now.
Yeah.
But what about your art?
What's that?
Well,
speaking... Oh, hello?
Yeah, what happened?
I think he cut out.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. We lost you there for a second. I was gonna say, speaking of art that earns money, my piss pot has made $11 so far, boys. So
really?
Yeah, for all of you who laughed at me, for those who don't know, we plugged this on the bonus, but I now have a new podcast with my buddies Carl and Doug where all we do is just piss. They're 30-second long episodes.
America.
God, somehow, I don't know how it works. All we do is, it's on Anchor.fm, and Anchor.fm is our only sponsor, so we just plug them while we're pissing, and it's made $11 so far. And I have no idea where the money is coming from. I don't know if this is some Chinese plot to take over America or something, where they're just seeding this money to people to make terrible podcasts, but it's working.
Little does Kaya know, if he checks the proper analytics, his podcast has like millions of listeners.
No, I have the analytics here, buddy. It's 1.4 thousand listeners so far, total plays.
Whoa,
and it's pretty good.
Huge.
That's great.
Estimated audience 44. So those 44 people listened 1.4 thousand times to just us pissing.
Someone's just looping it in their basement.
God, you're gonna have such a loyal following. Huh? I said you're gonna have a loyal following, man. Those water sports enthusiasts, they were gonna eat that shit up. How many urinating episodes do you have so far?
34. Oh,
You need to get a female guest.
I've been asking. For some reason, women aren't quite the degenerate fucking scumbags that men are, so they're not really into the idea. But if you guys know anyone,
all right, here's what you do. You can just piss and then claim it's a girl. Because what's the difference?
Because she has to be plugging Anchor FM and the people.
Oh, right. Just use voice changing software.
Yeah. Oh, I see somebody posted a draft 11 minutes ago. Must have been either Carl or Doug pissing at work.
For 11 minutes?
11 minutes
No,
ago.
11 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, 11 minutes ago.
It's like,
big
so
difference.
the software, the app tells me it's a draft to the episode, so I don't know if he was planning on improving the piss or what he was going to do with the draft, but it's not even final episode.
He's just a little insecure. The stream wasn't strong enough for the P-Pod's quality.
So that's a weird thing. I can literally just piss while saying every slur in the book and still somehow make $11, yet on YouTube you guys can't even censor your potty mouth.
Wait, where did this slur stuff come from? I thought it was just pissing and talking about Anchor FM.
Yeah.
Well,
Kyle
yeah,
he rants about the races he hates while he takes a piss.
They're all of them. But, so my point is, still, they don't censor anyone. They genuinely don't seem to give a fuck. They'll monetize literally anything, which this was the experiment to prove that. Right? Just us pissing. No one seems to notice at Anchor.fm headquarters that, hey, these guys are just pissing our audio files. Like, there's all they upload is just piss. Like, should we pull the plug? Maybe ban them or something? No. Pay them.
Oh, they're one of our top earners. $11.
Yeah, you're one of the most popular shows.
Yeah. You paid for the executive's holiday.
So
That is a great idea, though.
that brings me on to another topic I had for sausage, because now I just keep thinking about like a piss sausage or a pea-filled sausage. Mr. Ordinary Sausage, what do you think is the next level for your sausage crafting? Do you think you're going to branch away from food and maybe like making a dirt sausage or something? Or do you think you're just going to find more exquisite cuisines? What's the next step?
Yeah. You know, I made a decision early on. I've been doing this for like 3 months, but I made a decision when I first started doing the videos that I wasn't going to do anything that wouldn't be edible. Like I wasn't going to do any cat food sausages.
Dirt's edible.
Dirt's edible.
Well,
I mean, you won't
Yeah.
die, but
Well,
I mean, it's not good cuisine.
It would,
Right.
yeah, it'd be disgracing
Yeah,
his
so you
tools
said-
to put
I
dirt
see,
in there.
I see.
you said you don't want to make cat food sausages, but have you thought about making sausages for animals? Like just a special sausage your cats might like?
No, there's probably big money in that. I think sausages for dogs cost more than sausages for humans right now.
Really? Oh.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
break.
it's really
I'm gonna break
sad.
into that, Mark. Well, now you know I've been thinking about because people have been saying they want merch and a Patreon account or some way to support the show. And before I didn't want to do it because to me people think of Patreon as a way to make extra money, but to me I look at it as it's a way to do extra work. So I'm like psyching myself up to produce content, extra content for these people who want to give me their hard-earned money just to support the show. So I think what I want to do, one of the tiers I want to do, is a live stream of cooking, but like cooking, learning cooking. Like I want to like learn how to make that Japanese style egg, that Japanese omelet that goes over the rice and you cut down the middle and it looks like cheese falling out of it. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't have a clue.
Everyone sounds so lost. Yeah, there's like a bunch of foreign cuisines that I want to try cooking. I think it'll be if I'm going to be, learning how to do it anyway. Let people watch me how to do it.
So your love is more for like cooking in general. Like you want to learn how to cook as opposed to create more and more interesting sausages.
Oh well, the sausage it's going to be the mainstay of the show. Yeah, I'm going to be like I want to make like an actual lobster sausage, like not just take a cooked lobster and grind it up, but actually try to make it work and try to make. I was going over the comments yesterday, and someone said, "How about a chicken tikka masala sausage?" And I said, "That sounds to me like that would be a fantastic sausage, but it wouldn't be good for the current format of the show of just taking fast food or sushi."
It's about ramping up the production, yeah.
Yeah, and another thing about that is, I'm limited about when I can record because I got the kids around, and with the quarantine even more so. So finding maybe putting some sort of studio in a shed or something so that I could at least record when I want to.
Sausage shed.
Ooh, like a sausage laboratory, like Jimmy Neutron's
yeah.
thing. You type in a code on his
Yeah, it
gardening
goes down a
tools.
list.
Yeah, that's the
That would be
dream.
pretty cute.
That's exactly what I want.
the sausage chute. It's like a slide leading down into his bunker.
Yeah, a sausage compound, if you will.
Like Walter White in that underground meth laboratory. He's just got like these vats of sausage, raw ingredients and casings and shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm working on big things over here.
That's good, man.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I hope that happens. Everybody should just have a... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sure what you're about to say is more important than what I'm going to say.
Oh, no, that's never the case.
You're our guest. Yeah, you're our guest, please.
Do you think that the ramen restaurants are set to be like the new sushi restaurants, like expand into like being like that, like a Starbucks? Like there's like a sushi restaurant on every corner now. Do you think that's going to be like what happens to ramen now?
Ramen's fucking delicious, so
I don't even like ramen.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't. It's like
it's so
really
good.
low quality noodles. I'd rather just have like actual good noodles.
Like what?
Well,
Like
what?
noodles.
Yeah, that's what the ramen
That's
shops
what
are.
ramen is.
Yeah,
Ramen's really like low quality egg noodles.
Are you
right?
thinking about like fucking prepackaged ramen you buy from Sam's
2 minute.
Club? That's not the same
Well,
thing.
noodles.
Even like a ramen restaurant, I've been to quite a few. You and I went to one, Andrew. We went in St. Pete. We went to like Ramen Raider Ron's or some shit like that, and there's like a bunch of like ramen shit.
Oh yeah, I like that. That one's good.
I don't know. I don't really like ramen. It feels like the noodles are like cardboard. I'd rather just have other noodles, like even udon.
Yeah, udon's pretty good.
Udon bangs.
Yeah, udon's really good too.
But to answer your question, Sausage, yeah, I imagine, because, I mean, ramen's huge. Everyone's eating ramen, and especially these days. I could definitely see ramen branching out even further and being a huge mainstay.
I think it's starting to get there. I think it's starting to be the new trend food. Like you know how avocado was the trend food for a while, where every restaurant had something with avocado, and then sriracha was a trend food. I think ramen's definitely becoming one.
Now, do you think this is because of the food itself, or because Japanese culture itself is on the rise? What with anime and like pop groups?
JoJo's
to do
Bizarre
with
Adventure
anime.
is selling ramen. You're right.
It's
Yeah.
quite the butterfly effect
Well,
for
no, Japanese-
weebs
you
to
can't-
cause restaurants to expand. But
You can't say that Japanese culture isn't becoming more and more attractive as time goes on.
Oh, it absolutely is. I was just giving you shit.
yeah, maybe.
I'll go on
what do you
record to
think,
say I don't think anime is driving ramen sales or anything.
You're oh my god, you're taking my words out of context here. That's not what I said at all. I never mentioned anime specifically as being a rising cause for ramen shops. I'm just saying people like Japanese culture now.
I see. Now it makes more sense.
What do you think, Mr. Sausage? What
Yeah,
to
do you
you
agree?
stands out as like food trends, or what's
And do
going
you
on
like
in the world of
anime?
food? Do you? And do you like anime? Yeah, answer both at the same time.
Yeah, I never got into anime, so I can't really speak much to that. But I think we're going to see some big things out of ramen, because it's a very popular staple among the youth of America, and so when they see that there's a little fancier alternative made by like an actual chef and not a microwave, then I think that's set to be the next sushi trend, or not sushi trend, but the next restaurant trend.
It's a real underdog story too, because most people in America, maybe not now, but for a while, the ramen just meant like Maruchan or whatever you fucking bought at Costco, that little shitty dollar stuff. But now everyone's saying, oh, you can make really nice, good ramen. Awesome. I'll take it. So, I love ramen.
I definitely think that like anime as such leads to an increased appetite for Japanese food. It happened to me when I played through Final
That's
Fantasy.
literally the point I fought you on. You said, no, that's not what I said, Charlie.
I didn't say that then. But now that I'm thinking about it, it is true. Like I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I wanted Japanese food all throughout that for some reason.
Do you even
I don't know what
do
it
you
was.
even eat Japanese food in that game?
No.
That's weird as
Yeah,
fuck,
you do.
Jackson.
It's still
Like,
anime. It's still weeby shit. So you kind of correlate it with.
That's kind of weird.
You do.
Because like I play Yakuza, and in the game you literally go to restaurants and eat like takoyaki and sushi and fried stuff, and it's like, oh, I want that. That looks so good. But in Final Fantasy, I'm pretty sure you don't eat at all in the entire game. Why would that make you crave ramen?
There's ramen shops along what's Sector 7 or whatever. There's places there.
I think your brain
definitely
just goes. You're playing Final Fantasy and your brain just goes Japanese ramen.
Yeah, you racist.
Yeah, weeb stuff, yeah. Whoa, how is that racist? The Japanese are known for ramen.
You assume that's all they
cuisine.
eat? They don't eat, like, other foods, too?
What?
You play Final Fantasy and go, oh, I have to have ramen. That's the only food in Japan.
Well, I also wanted sushi.
Way better, yeah.
That's weird though,
And
Jackson. Typically, the correlation would be like, "Wow, look at all these Japanese anime babes. I'm gonna go watch hentai."
There was definitely that as well. I won't lie. There was that correlation as well. But mostly the food. Same with Persona 5. Playing through Persona 5 right now.
Well, yeah, I get
That's
Persona
got a lot
5.
of
You spend a lot of
Japanese
time
food.
in like Japanese like coffee shops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That makes more
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. But yeah,
So-
Japanese food is great.
To branch on that, Mr. Sausage, speaking of Japanese food and other foods and craving other foods, what is your favorite cuisine?
I would have to say that Asian American cuisine is my favorite kind of cuisine, and I preface that with saying Asian American and not just Chinese food is because every asshole in the world is going to say that Chinese food that you're eating, that's not actual Chinese food. They don't consider what you're eating to be Chinese food. And so now I just say American Chinese or American Asian food, and it's really a part of American culture, I think, at this point. I think I read something that said that there were more Chinese restaurants than there were McDonald's combined. So in America, at least,
When do you think we're going to start exporting our American Chinese food to China?
Oh man, as soon as
Soon, I
possible.
hope. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that I've ever actually eaten anything that was authentic Chinese cuisine. Like, I don't think I've been to a Chinese restaurant that wasn't an American Chinese restaurant.
This is just a question mostly at Andrew, because you are, for a while, you were obsessed with the place, but does North Korea have a cuisine?
They
any
do,
culture to
and it's
speak of?
called starvation.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
So North Korean cuisine is... God, how do I describe it? Most people who go say the food tastes like you're eating a Hungry Man dinner. Like, their cuisine is a microwave.
But like,
Pretty
even the
much.
wealthy, I mean, because the politicians and such, I'm sure at least they get to eat. I wonder if they have an actual cuisine or something.
I'm sure it's like the same as Chinese cuisine.
No, it's
just done worse.
more akin to, well, yeah, there is Chinese stuff in there, but it's also akin to a lot of South Korean stuff, I think. But I don't really know. I don't think they have a cuisine. I think their cuisine is just, hey, we have this food item. It's not like traditional North Korean dish or any of that. Yeah.
That's the appeal. Is just it's food.
Yeah,
But I gotta
that's
complain.
really how it is for most of them. Well, speaking of North Korea, I'm glad you brought that up. Kim Jong-un's probably dead.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. That's some
Well-
real weird shit out of left field, but there he goes.
Yeah, and I'm already seeing people simp for his fucking ugly ass sister with a gigantic balding forehead, and she's gonna apparently take over, which is probably the reason they're not just pretending that he's alive and well like they did with his dad. Didn't they like pretend for years that his father was alive after the man died?
They are doing that. They are doing that to a degree. So most reports that are coming out, again, nothing's really confirmed, but most people analyzing it are saying, yeah, he's fucking dead. Like there's a 95% chance he just died on the operating table. But North Korea is officially saying right now he is enjoying a well-deserved staycation and is just hiding away from the public eye and taking a break. So
There were reports that people had, like, from North Korean news sites and whatever, saying that people had seen him, like, vacationing at a beach, which is pretty... like, there's two extremes here. One where he's, like, on the beach sipping Mai Tais or whatever, and then the other is where he's dead. So, which is...
Well, the one that's
like-
the most damning evidence to me is for a long time there's only been one Steam user in all of North Korea, like Steam video game platform, and
What a weird
it was in the
metric to
capital
find.
Pyongyang, and everyone speculated that that's Kim Jong-un's computer. He's playing fucking like Counter-Strike and shit. When the news of his death came out, that Steam user went offline.
The gamers have done it. We've cracked the code.
So that's the evidence that convinces me he's fucking dead.
So I'm trying to read up on it.
Steam account.
It says apparently he had a heart attack or something, and then during cardiovascular surgery, the surgeon kind of apparently fucked up, which means he's gonna get tortured eternally. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So what I didn't know about him for a long while, like I knew he was a pretty fat guy, like just a chubby boy, but he is a pretty large man. He was about 300 pounds, and I think around Charlie's height. So he's pretty round. And then on top of that, he was a constant smoker, and he ate like complete garbage, like fast food and all that shit, like obviously imported or what the fuck ever. So basically, the dude having to have heart surgery was incredibly high risk. So it probably just someone fucked up, or I don't know, his body fucked up or something fucked up. But definitely likely he's just dead. So yeah.
No, there's apparently some body on the Chinese medical team. So China sent a medical team over to North Korea to save the fat fuck. God knows why, just probably to make sure that there's, not less evil in the world, as China does. And one of them divulged that he's now brain dead. I'm reading here.
Wow.
Cool.
All I know is if this means I don't get any more North Korean propaganda music, I'm going to be disappointed. That shit's bangers.
Nah, man, have you seen his sister? She looks like the most soulless husk of she looks like someone a ghost would run away from. Like an absolute alien, and I think she's gonna be even more evil. I wouldn't hold my breath. I think we're gonna still see a lot of propaganda out of that place.
Yeah. Do you have any? Do you have any weird fascinations? Maybe sausage related, Mr. Ordinary Sausage. Like we mentioned earlier, I'm obsessed with North Korea, and we all have our own little things. Do you have any little intricacies that you're into?
No.
Okay.
He has no interest outside of sausage.
You know what I have been thinking about though is, Iron Chef, the original Japanese one.
Ooh,
That's a good show.
God,
I've been watching that
just
for the last 2 weeks.
That's like the craziest show on the planet, and then it just all of a sudden went away, and then the Americans tried to do it, and it was never as good as the Japanese one.
They've been broadcasting every episode on Twitch now. I have it on in the background while I do stuff. I'm obsessed with that show too. I love it.
The Japanese one?
Yeah, the Japanese one. Every episode.
Oh, I'm gonna go check that out.
Back to back. You should.
It's good because they take they use live animals on that show, and so,
they do.
They dispatch of them, on the camera. So you're watching these, monsters of the sea get hacked apart, and it's a good anatomy lesson.
One of the funny ones that always gets me is they often use shark fin in a lot of the dishes.
Oh, yeah.
So
do they have to go out and hunt the shark?
Yeah, they give them a harpoon.
Swaps to a rowboat out in the middle of the fucking ocean.
But what's funny is, like, today there's a whole bunch of controversy around shark fin. Like, Gordon Ramsay did a whole expose, and like everyone's like, yeah, shark fin is cruel and terrible torture for the sharks, and it's awful, and it's a horrible market. But on this show that was filmed in the 90s, whenever they get it, the whole like audience and panel are like, ooh, shark fin looks delicious, a great delicacy, I can't wait. They're all excited about it.
Yeah, I remember watching that Gordon Ramsay special, and it's really disturbing what they did. And I think it was so disturbing that it actually did have an impact in China, where they do that a lot. Yeah, and so like sales are down for shark fin in China because they didn't know that they just cut the fins off and then let the sharks go to the bottom of the sea.
Wow. It's pretty funny also that you mentioned earlier that you were talking about specifically Asian American and American style Chinese food. I was watching an episode a couple days ago, and one of the chefs was making sushi, and he said, I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to deep fry it. I know that's radical. And all the commentators were like, wow, he's doing an American style. This is kind of unusual. And it's just funny how much culture has shifted that now deep fried sushi is pretty mundane.
I like cooked sushi more.
Yes, it's something we do here constantly, all the time.
You deep fry everything in America, though.
That's true.
The beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's culture grease.
Well, it's funny.
Culture grease.
It's the amount of mayonnaise. I figure that mayonnaise and rice and cold fish shouldn't go well together, and that's all we do as Americans. And we just try to shove as much cream cheese and mayonnaise on our sushi as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Works well.
Well, I do believe cream cheese is strictly an American sushi thing. I think they don't use cream cheese at all in Japanese actual sushi.
Well, that's good to hear because I'm not a big fan of like the Philadelphia rolls or like the bagel rolls, or if that's the same thing.
I actually like the sushi with the cream cheese in it, but then again, like I said, I prefer the cooked stuff most of the time anyway. Yeah. So this brings me to, well, this doesn't like lead into the question at all, but you're filming your webcam for this episode, right, Mr. Sausage Senpai?
Oh yeah.
Is it we can't see you for the listeners at home. We don't have it set up so we can see each other. Are you doing a face reveal right now? Have you come in like full Ron, no rubber with your face out, or is it still cropped like the elusive man?
Oh, it's still cropped like the elusive man.
Okay.
Yeah, you know,
fine.
Charlie and I, we spoke off air a little bit about that, and I haven't really decided whether or not I wanted to show my face or not. And it's not a privacy issue. I got no problem with people seeing my face or anything. It's just I'm worried that it'll affect the comedy of the show, because I feel like a piece of it is, you know, not knowing who the sausage guy is.
The mystery.
The mystery of the sausage guy, if you will.
Oh, maybe put on a sausage mask. Something.
Sausage outfit, yeah.
Yeah, mask out of sausages.
No, speaking of what, you know, I saw one of your YouTube Twitch live streams, Charlie, and it was the masked cook.
Yeah, the mystery chef.
God,
yeah,
that was the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, the cooking ecosystem on YouTube is a cesspool. If you do branch out from sausages into just like learning cooking, you are going to be the cream of the crop. Your competition will be binging with Babish and nothing else.
Well, what was so disgusting about this video?
Well, you can explain, I guess. You'd know better than I. Sausage.
There's a lot of salt, and salt brings liquids out of foods, and so everything she was dumping salt on, it just got really soggy really quickly. And like she was speaking about it like it's the most delicious thing ever, and like I'm sure the food wasn't expired, but it definitely looked questionable. And I actually had to turn it off. I got grossed out by it.
It offended you so greatly, you had to turn it off. That's the first.
That's right. Yeah. So even the sausage guy, some foods are even too disgusting for him to look at.
So actually, that's a question I did want to ask. What is the most disgusting thing that you've made? Because I'm not sure. I haven't watched many of your videos personally. So what is the most disgusting thing you've made?
The most disgusting thing was probably the Vienna sausages, the Vienna sausage, which it was just Vienna sausages in a sausage. But I made the mistake of keeping the liquid that it comes in. And it turned out to be like just the saltiest tasting thing of mush that you've ever, can imagine. It's like Fry from Futurama when he says, it's the saltiest thing I ever tasted, and I once ate a big bowl of salt. It was exactly like that.
That was the one video. Well, not the one, but that was a video that I disagreed with you on. I think Vienna sausages bang. I can't imagine putting it in the sausage casing could ruin it. I couldn't imagine it, but I also couldn't find it. Oh, so then something must have truly gone awry in the creation then.
Well, no, I'm telling you, it was that liquid. So much of the sodium was located in that liquid. So when you eat Vienna sausages right out of the can, you're usually not pouring the liquid into your glass and eating. So it was mainly that. If I do it again, because a lot of these I want to go back and do, because the ones that got a low rating, because there's things that affected the score, like maybe there was too much potato product in it. Like I know with the French fries, that usually kills the flavor of everything else. But in the last video, or not the last video, the Arby's video, I said that I wanted to start making sausages still using the food, but try to make the best sausage I can, and the response to that was overwhelmingly negative. They want me to keep making what I'm making, and they said, no, we don't want you to make the best sausage you can. We want you to stick that Big Mac down the grinder. We want to see what that looks like.
Morbid curiosity. Yeah.
So have you thought about expensive things, just in to go to the other end of the spectrum instead of fast food, like
caviar?
Yeah, like call up a very expensive restaurant, order their most expensive item, then have it delivered to your door, go there after the quarantine and just try to turn that into a sausage. Maybe in front of them. Make them weep. Make the chef watch.
So you've been thinking about this fantasy a while, or is this just popped into your head?
I'm touching myself as we speak.
Oh, me too. I want to make more episodes, but yeah, if I make more episodes, there's only so many times you can watch the same format over and over again in the same week. So I would probably branch out, and that's why I spoke to Charlie a little bit about showing my face, because then it would allow me to do more things, have more freedom with the camera to show more stuff.
Yeah, especially when it comes to cooking stuff, shows like that, to stick in that wheelhouse. At the end of the day, man, you're making great stuff, and it's just a matter of you having fun with it and continuing.
Yeah, as long as you're
pursuit.
happy, that's all that matters, Sausage Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm having a blast doing all this, and I tell everyone I can't believe I feel like I got a horseshoe up my ass, and all of a sudden all these wonderful things are happening, relatively quickly, and it's been a fun ride, and I realize how much I don't know about everything. Again, I learned most of my stuff from watching Charlie's videos, so I didn't know what a simp was. There's a whole world going on out there online that I just had no access to until I finally dipped my toes in the water. And it's very
ignorance
expansive.
is bliss in this respect.
Yeah, trust me, your life will not be improved in any way by knowing this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm finding out, because
knowing.
it's like every other video, Charlie's got another video about how Twitter's a cesspool and you shouldn't go into that. And then for the podcast, he said we were using Discord, and then the next hour, I found a video he made a year ago saying Discord was a cesspool. It's the worst place on the planet. So it sounds like every place is a cesspool.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful. There's pedophiles on the internet. There's scary people, furries, even.
Yeah, they even have chat apps.
Hey, is anyone still playing Animal Crossing, or is that over and done with?
I think it's over.
No, that's still huge, bro.
No,
still.
Wait, Kai, you were just talking about Animal Crossing.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's still going.
Yeah, but I don't just 10 minutes here or there on a toilet. It's not.
That's still playing it though.
It's not the new hotness anymore, but people are still putting hundreds of hours into it.
Yeah, I would say, when you say playing, I go on Twitter and I see these immaculate layouts that people put on their fucking islands. They're just insane. I mean, they must be, not that I'm judging, but they must be putting in so much time to deck out their islands and make it look beautiful, but I also thought it was kind of winding down. The hype about
I'd
it.
still estimate it's like the top three of played Switch games right now, for sure.
I could agree with that. Are you a gamer yourself, Mr. Sausage?
Yeah, no. That's the funny thing about it is I have a Nintendo Switch. That's the only gaming that I have. The only gaming device I have. I don't have a gaming PC or any of the big consoles like the Xbox or PS whatever number they're on.
Hey, a gamer's a gamer, no matter how small.
Yeah.
Wait, is this your first gaming console? Is the Switch your first console?
Oh no. Well, when I was a kid, I had started off with a Nintendo Entertainment System and moved my way up from there. But I would say after college is when I dropped off. So for the past 10 plus years, I haven't really been too much into gaming. But when a monster game like Animal Crossing comes out for the Switch, I hold on to that, and I try to keep the momentum going for that, because finally I can play what everyone else is playing. Like when Red Dead Redemption came out, I was the only person who wasn't playing that game.
I thought you were going to say I was the only person playing that game. I was like, I got news for you.
No. Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2. So when I got the Switch, I wanted to make sure that I was on board that Animal Crossing, but I haven't seen too many more videos about that.
I think it's still huge on Twitch.
Yeah,
it's definitely still huge.
Yeah,
definitely.
You can definitely still relate to the gamers out there if you say Tom Nook's a greedy bastard or something.
Yeah.
This is a Tom Nook sausage and it's just crumbled up dollar bills or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Am I going to get anything for donating all of this shit to the museum?
No, it's just your own sense of pride and accomplishment.
Oh, I could have been selling all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's always how it works.
Welcome to Animal Crossing, where everything you do has no point whatsoever.
Only the point that you make it. Your own goals.
All right, should we wrap?
How long have we been going? Because my shit, like I said, I didn't get like the first 20
little
minutes.
over an hour.
Yeah, we've got enough time.
Okay.
We can wrap if you guys are ready.
Yeah. Unless you guys had any last minute topics, did you have anything you wanted to toss our way, Sausage, in this Thunderdome?
Oh well, I think it's fitting that we're ending because I think the audio just cut off again. So if that was you saying, do I have anything to say for the end? Thanks for having me on the podcast, and hope we could do this again sometime. And maybe at that point I'll be showing my face, so people will have something better to look at when the video comes out than just my enormous breasts. So.
Oh, they're not enormous breasts. They're toned breasts of a master sausage maker.
All right. Well, I'm glad everyone heard that and it didn't break up.
Of course.
Do you want to shout out your stuff?
Podcast. No, the mic's not even the right distance. I need to get closer to my mouth.
Fix it
I'm
then.
fixing it right now, live on the podcast.
Whoa, we already. Hey guys, welcome to Super Mega Cast. It's our podcast, episode 39.
39, yeah.
That's a big number. 39, getting bigger every week.
Almost
That's
40.
crazy.
We're almost there. We're almost there to the big 4-0.
The big 4-0 over the hill. Anyway, guys, this is kind of a special episode because it's also, this is coming out not exactly on, but one day after the birthday of our channel, the 1-year birthday. So I guess, look at that. Happy birthday to Super Mega.
Yeah, a whole year's happened. We have over 200,000 subscribers. We have over 3 billion YouTube views.
3 billion, guys. Thank you so much for that.
We have opened up 5 new bank accounts in our names, thanks to you guys.
A couple overseas ones that the good old IRS don't know about, but don't tell them for us.
Yeah, they're going to legitimately use this for information.
Yeah,
because you know people who work at the IRS don't understand YouTube or any sort of like kind of internet communications.
Or humor, and they're going to hear this and be like, well, let's audit them and investigate. So, geez, well, now someone's dad's gonna work for the IRS and hear them listening to this in the background and be like, those sons of bitches.
Yeah, the IRS are only afraid of people in airplanes.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, welcome to episode 39. Got some fun topics today, but like we said, it is the 1-year anniversary. It is the birthday of our channel. So I just want to give a thank you to everyone who has listened to our podcast, watched our videos, our live action, our gaming stuff, and supported us throughout this year. It's been a really fun ride so far. Oh shit, I'm sorry, dude, my phone just went off.
As you're picking up, but I also like to say thank you. It's really cool to see the support we get. We've actually started to get some Super Mega animations, which is really cool. I don't know, there's something about seeing people be creative on top of just our bullshit commentary. It's almost like, see what you can make out of this.
Yeah, we really appreciate animations that you guys make, and some of them are really, really good. So thank you guys for any people who make those. I think that we are both incredibly thankful for you guys bringing us to 200,000, over 200,000 subscribers in just 1 year. That is when we started the channel last April, we did not think that we would get to. We thought maybe 100,000 in the first year. We did not.
That was
expect,
our goal.
Our goal was 100,000 in 1 year. We did not expect to double that goal, go over 200,000. I think we're at 208,000 right now at the time of recording this. Because at the time of recording this, it is Wednesday, April 12th, 2017, which is the 1-year birthday of our channel. So I'm really proud of how far we've all, brought it this far.
Why were no special videos uploaded to celebrate your 1 year?
We're fucking busy. We got busy lives.
Why do you need to celebrate? You can celebrate yourselves. You can draw pictures. You can
make a little birthday cake that says Super Mega on it and send it to us. Don't send it to us. Like, take a picture and send it to us. Don't send us an actual birthday cake in the mail because that shit would be disgusting. And
send us those pictures. You can do that through Super Mega Birthday Cake Podcast Talking Pictures at gmail.com.
That's not a real. Well, yeah, go ahead. Just send it. Send it to that. Sure.
See what happens.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much. A big thank you. I know we rag on our viewers a lot, but at the end of the day, we are very thankful for the last year, all the support we've received, and all of the people who have come to enjoy our content in one form or another, whether it be the podcast or the games or the live action or all of it all together. We have so much more of that on the way. You know, it's only been 1 year, but here's to another year of fun content, of new games, of a lot more live action. Fingers crossed.
You know, we've been promising that, and then we've had nothing to show for it in the year 2017.
We have some good live action. Well, we have good. Oh, in 2017
we have one mail opening video.
I thought you meant since we started the channel. Yeah. Well, life is. Believe it or not, we got lives outside of YouTube they're very busy. We have our own,
ups and downs
that happen here and there. So it's not always easy doing highly produced content like live action stuff. It's not always easy to it's easy to drop the ball on that stuff. But from this point out, we're trying to make an effort. We've been talking about it a lot. We really want to get back into doing sketch comedy. We love doing that. I did that on Kids of Problems. Ryan did it on Syndigo. So we really want to make Super Mega a new platform to get back to our roots with the sketch stuff and release that on here. And it is eventually coming. I know it just seems like it's taking forever. We keep promising stuff, and then it just seems like it's taking forever. But we are very thankful for all of the support and all of you that watch and listen to us. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Looking back, a year in reflection, we've played, about probably 100 games, I'd say?
Yeah.
Some series, a lot of one-offs. I think total we've played about 100 games so far in 1 year. We've released 30, I guess if you count this one, 39 podcast episodes, big handful of live-action videos, a couple experiments here and there. So, looking back on the first year of our channel, what do you have a specific favorite moment? Let's do it. Let's pick a favorite moment and then pick a favorite video and then pick a favorite series. Can you do that?
Okay. Favorite moment was unfortunately not caught on camera, but it was a part of the narrative. It was when we went to Area 51, that whole experience, but there was something about the lights turning off and just being out in the middle of the desert where
Oh, yeah, when we were at the gate to Area 51 and they shut the lights off on us.
Yeah.
I wish we got that on camera.
I know. I turned it off right when it happened.
I know you... it was so cool, though, but...
I'm a dirty boy. And
well, I don't blame you. That scared the shit out of me. I would have done the same thing. I would have just been like, all right, we're done filming. Let's go.
No, I turned it off before they...
it was right before they shut the lights off.
Yeah. So, fun. Let's see, what's the favorite video?
What's your favorite video we've done on the channel?
It's definitely one of the live action ones. I'm trying to think of which one would be my favorite.
I mean, I had a great time. I think as far as like memories go, I think the Area 51 video was the most fun to make.
Yeah.
Because just that whole trip was really fun.
You and I still, I think, agree that we wish we kind of kept our R rating.
Yeah, we kind of viraled that one up, made it more family friendly, hoping to see. It was kind of like an experiment to see, like, hey, can we do something kind of viral? And it worked. We reached 1 million views on that, but.
Yeah, but someone knew how to be more viral than us, and we've talked about this before, but...
Fuck you!
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Mewtwo, you didn't find Mewtwo. Don't put him in the thumbnail and make people think you did. Just saying.
Yeah, don't... Well, they got a lot of dislikes for that, for putting Mewtwo in the thumbnail, and then...
Yeah.
They didn't find it. Who turned the AC on? God
damn it!
Turned it off, Ryan. Someone had turned on the AC, which is very loud in the back, especially of a podcast, because there's no other background audio.
If we had 2 million subscribers, that shit wouldn't happen.
Nope. So for me... Favorite moment? Did you finish? Did you pick up?
I didn't. I can't. I don't know. I just say any live action video. I think is just a good favorite. I don't think I have a favorite video in terms of series.
You have a favorite podcast episode?
Oh, favorite podcast episode? The one with Chris. Because my favorite moment of the podcast is like I fucked your son and threw him in the river, like that whole thing, which is in.
Oh yeah,
it belongs to a larger story that was told on the podcast.
I think that was episode 11. Of our podcast.
Was it episode 11?
I think that was...
It's the first one with Chris. His name is in red font.
It's called An Evening with Oni. That's the name of the podcast episode.
That's definitely my favorite podcast episode.
I mean, that's taking it way back to when we recorded the podcast and all the gaming videos. We recorded that in our living room.
Yep.
We'd pull chairs up. So basically, we had a computer hooked up to the TV, Yeah, before we get back to talking about like our favorite moments, let's just go back to how we kind of started doing it. We had a TV in our living room that we had this computer hooked up to that would be recording the audio or the game, both usually depending on. But for a podcast, just the audio, and we'd all pull chairs. Well, shit, I almost spilled a drink. We'd all pull chairs up and sit all around the TV, and we had these microphones on these like bendable arms that we'd clip onto the like TV stand.
That we had the take on and off. That ruined the table because it
it ruined the table,
the edges of the table.
But
but it's an IKEA table, so who really gives a shit?
I think we saw it recently. It was like $30. So
yeah,
but we'd all we'd sit around and we'd just pull the chairs up and sit in our echoey apartment that we had just moved into. We just finally started putting more furniture in, so it's not so empty. But we just sit there like late evening and just record podcasts, and it was a good time. Well, I had a really good time. I'm very fond of those days of recording in our living room because I love this recording studio at the Grumps office that we use. It's incredible. Great sound quality and everything.
There were also a lot of moments within the apartment that we kind of took advantage of, too. Just like the comfortability of being in our own home and also just being able to record something live action right away if we needed it. Here it's a bit harder because either a camera's being used or the camera's back at home.
Yeah.
So it was a lot easier probably to like... you can see in recent Let's Plays, we're putting some more live action back into them.
Yeah, we want to do more of that.
We're as much as you guys want the live action content, you have no idea how much we want to make it. But we're, as Matt said, really fucking busy.
Because we
keep saying we're about to clear up, but every time our schedule clears up, something happens. One of us goes on a trip. More work is dropped onto us.
Life is unpredictable because at the end of the day, we do edit all the Game Grumps videos. We edit all the videos for Susie's channel and for our own channel. So we manage a lot of big daily channels that release videos on the daily, and that's not that's not something that we can just do really quickly. That's something that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to do. But yeah, that is our job. So that has to be our main focus over Super Mega because we are employed, so that's our job. So we got to take that very seriously. But sometimes Super Mega unfortunately does fall to kind of be like not a priority. It has to kind of go on the back burner for a while. And I hate when that happens, but unfortunately it just kind of is what we have to do sometimes.
It is what it is.
But we always do come back and pick it back up and put a lot more effort into it whenever we're not so busy. But it's to expect with our channel. It kind of happens sometimes. But we always
making videos on a website. We're not
two 21-year-olds, or you're 22, but two young dudes just trying to pay rent and make videos the best they can.
Just two young dudes.
So at the end of the day,
trying to make it through the world.
Some of y'all got all these high expectations, but we're just two young dudes trying to make videos and trying to manage editing videos for other people. So yeah, it's kind of stressful when you add in the stress of personal life on top of all that. But But guys, I have deeply enjoyed doing this channel a lot. If I had to pick a favorite video,
I get to say my favorite
Sorry,
series.
Say it.
My favorite series, honestly, my favorite series right now is the Destroy All Humans series.
Ever?
It's the most current series right now because I'm just having a lot of fun playing the game. Like, it's a game that I love playing, and I really enjoy editing it. It's just a goofy game. I'm just having a good time editing, playing, and all that shit. So
yeah, if I had to look back at a favorite series, I don't know. I really liked the Pikmin series just because I think that stretched through a long period of time. That's kind of nostalgic. So I did like the Pikmin series a lot. And then it spawned the whole soup video we did, Ryan's soup. That was disgusting.
I mean, as much as I do like the Donkey Kong Country playthrough, and I know was probably expected to be my favorite or one of my favorites. Like, I have this weird thing. That's back when we were making all of every single old joke that I kind of disdain today is really
in that series.
Yeah,
it's in the Pikmin series too, here and there. I think we stopped throughout the Pikmin series, but I mean, our humor has definitely changed because I was watching.
Well, we've become more comfortable. I guess in I don't know. It's like in the beginning we were trying to find a voice, and then we just
because we were new to it. We didn't really know how
to go about a Let's Play channel.
You sink more into it as time goes on, and what we like more, which I'm glad we're finding what we like more and what we make. But a lot of the old videos, I go back, I still think fondly of them, but I don't necessarily laugh at them anymore because I'm just like,
We'll probably
say that about this.
Yeah, we'll probably be thinking that about No, there's no way we'd think about that with Katamari, would we? Who knows?
Katamari was probably my favorite series because I think I just had a really good time playing that, and I thought all the episodes turned out real nice. I really like the Bible series too. I'm disappointed that
we can't get that thing to work.
Yeah, we can. Well,
the game's not working. Or no, it's not the game.
It's the GameCube thing. We haven't tried it in months. It might work now.
We could try it live on the podcast.
If you want.
Can you give Jose a call?
Jose, we're not recording this podcast at like 11 p.m., so it's almost 6 p.m. where Jose is.
He's definitely probably working.
What was this, like episode 33 we first brought this up, like 6 episodes ago?
We can't get a hold of him. So explain for those who are a little confused of the situation. Why are we calling your good friend Jose?
Good friend Jose. So,
because I've met him.
He's a great guy.
That slams his hand on windows passing by strangers.
He does do that, and that makes me very embarrassed. But Jose, we had a discussion a long time ago how Jose spent hundreds of dollars on the app Clash of Clans.
Yep.
And we were wondering what was going through his mind that made him do that. So we wanted to give him a call, and I think on 2 or 3 podcasts we tried to give him a call to get him on an interview on the podcast, and he never answered. So
here's another try.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a call. Come on, don't do it again. Don't make us wait for another episode.
Does he never, ever answer his phone?
He always picks up his phone. I don't know what he's doing.
Your call is
come on.
Voice message system.
Do I have the right number? Yeah, I do.
Not available.
All right.
Tone.
Hold on.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yep. Hey, Jose. It's your boy Matt. We called you back on like episode 33 of our podcast, hoping to get you for an interview, and we've called you back on like 34 and more, and now we're recording episode 39 right now. So that was like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and you still haven't picked up the damn phone. So we really want to get you on an interview on this podcast because we want to ask you some questions about something. And I have there's a story I would like for you to tell on this podcast. So please, hopefully, in episode 40, you'll pick up the podcast, the phone for the podcast. So
wait a second.
Hope you're doing well.
Maybe he'll do my number.
You want to give him a call?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Jose. I didn't even think how that was also going in the. Okay.
The voicemail.
All right. Here's
number?
Jose's number.
Okay.
Hold on. We're cutting, so you don't. Okay. Just forget to cut out his number. Swear to God, if he's just ignoring my calls,
and we find that out live on the podcast,
he might just be ignoring my calls.
Hello?
Son of a bitch.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, I have a question for you, Jose. This is Ryan.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Sorry, I was just about to call Matt back. I'm at work right now.
Were you?
Yeah.
We caught you.
Play right.
We caught you avoiding Matt.
Wait. Are you at work right now?
No, I'm at work right now.
Are you managing?
Yes.
Do you look unprofessional on the phone right now?
I'm in the tea room, so yeah.
He's in the tea room.
What's the tea room?
It's where we made tea.
Oh, okay. Do you have time to answer a question for us, or do we have to wait for the next podcast?
Is this about the Clash of Clans?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I guess I can answer a quick question.
Okay, Matt.
All right, Jose. Why? I just want to know, like, how much money did you spend on Clash of Clans, and why?
Jose,
you there? Jose,
did we lose signal? Did we lose?
No, Jose, hello.
Let me hear.
Hello.
Yeah, Jose, how much money did you spend on Clash of Clans total ever? No, the call failed.
No.
God damn it.
Is my service in here horrible?
Ah, damn it.
It's not bad. Look at my service.
He's at work right now, and he's also a manager, so I don't want him to get in trouble being on the phone. So maybe we'll have to wait for the next episode to figure out the exact number Jose spent on Clash of Clans.
Shit, we got so close. People are gonna be like, no!
I know.
No!
Sorry, guys. But I
Unless
actually...
he calls back. If he calls back, we'll see.
I do want to actually get Jose on as a guest for the podcast. He's the guy from some of my old videos on Kids with Problems on, like, We Sell Drugs. Oh, wait, he's calling me.
Okay.
Jose?
Hey,
dude. Sorry, the call was cutting out.
Yeah, it went pretty. Like the service was bad.
Yeah, dude. Would you mind? Do you know how much money you spent on Clash of Clans total?
It was a little over $200.
Like, wait, how much would you spend at a time?
It started really, I was very innocent, and I started with like ones, and then I realized, man, if I just bundle this together, like if I get a ton at once, I save so much money.
Yeah, you saved a lot of money.
Why was it worth it to you?
The addiction started whenever I got I got like iTunes gift cards at Christmas.
Okay.
And I already had like all the music I liked, so I wasn't gonna buy anything with iTunes. So I just had a bunch of iTunes credits stored up, and so that's when my addiction started. But I spent a little over $200 of my own money.
What was it worth it? Did it make the game better?
No, it made it awful because I used the gems to speed up time, and then what ended up happening is I didn't have enough money once I got to a higher level to speed up the time that it would take to upgrade higher defenses. So I just ended up just leaving the app, just not playing it.
You don't play it anymore?
No, man. I'll go back every once in a while. I'll look at it, but it's pretty sad.
I actually have something that is on par that I just remembered.
What did you do?
With Halo armor permutations, because sometimes you have to get limited editions or do certain things.
So you spend a lot of money on Halo?
I went on eBay and I bought codes off of eBay for Halo armor variants. Because they had like...
Were they expensive?
They were sometimes like $20, $50.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. For Halo skins? For armor?
Yeah. So I just remembered I did something really fucking stupid as well.
Well, Jose...
But it's worse because, Jose, it was Clash of Clans. It's not a AAA title. Is it?
Oh,
well, Clash of Clans is huge, or it was. Well,
it's not that big anymore.
Yeah, well, dude, thank you so much for finally answering that question for us. We've just been curious,
Listen, dude, it's my pleasure.
Oh, that's good old Jose. Hey, we want to have you on as a full guest sometime. Maybe you can tell us that one story. You know the one at the beach.
Oh, the beach story?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to save that one for later.
Yeah, all right, man. We'll get back to work. Make some people happy. Serve some chicken. And
come out here soon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, come visit us soon. Miss you.
Yeah, you know it.
All right, see you, man.
All right.
All right, bye.
I forgot that I spent a shit ton of money on Halo 3 armor shit.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. I think the app I spent money on was Tiny Tower. I spent a lot of money, not a lot of money, but I think total I maybe spent between $20 and $30 on Tiny Tower, which is still very... I think if I pick that up again today, I might get re-addicted to it. That's a very fun game. Did you ever play Tiny Tower?
No. I don't even know what the premise is.
It's where you have to make like a skyscraper, and you start with one floor, and you add different floors. There's like restaurants, residential, like a whole bunch of different types of floors you can add, and you move people in and give them jobs, and it earns money, and you have to restock items in different shops, and you can change the colors and everything. It's so much fun.
Is your name on top of the tower or something?
No.
Oh.
They can make Tiny Trump Tower these days. Where you got to run Trump's Tower. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, his buildings do look cool. Like, have you ever seen Trump Tower? Not the one we have seen the one in Vegas. It's like a big golden tower.
That reflects the yellowness of the desert, so it's just this big monolith of piss.
Yeah, it looks like a big piss monolith. Yeah. It is cool, but it's kind of funny how he made his building to look like it was made out of gold. And then the one in New York City, the architecture is really cool. It has like chunks taken out of it where they put trees growing out of the building.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It's a cool building, but I don't, I want to, never mind, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, maybe we could move into Trump Tower sometime. We could get an office there and do Super Mega from Trump. How cool would that be, dude, if we did Super Mega out of Trump Tower?
If we Twitch live streamed from Trump Tower.
Just telling people like, yeah, we do all of our funny Let's Plays and podcasts out of Trump Tower. People would be like, what? He's got a lot of properties. How many Trump Towers are there? There's one in Vegas.
I don't know.
There's one in New York. Are there more around the country?
How many Trump Towers are there?
I know he has a lot of buildings. He's got a bunch of golf courses. He's got a bunch of
hotels.
A lot of hotels. Lay Epic Trump Tower. He should rename it that, and he should get those big golden letters that say Lay Epic over Trump Tower, so it's called Lay Epic Trump Tower XD.
I really don't feel like looking this up and waiting for it to load. I just don't care, and I don't think the people care.
Well, I like Trump Tower.
I think Trump Tower is the best tower that's ever been built.
Good old Trump
It's the greatest tower. There's never been... You look at all the other towers, they just get knocked down. See, Trump Tower still standing. It's the best. It's the greatest. I don't like towers...
That fall down.
I prefer
towers that don't fall down.
Yeah.
And that's why I like Trump Tower. Yeah, all right, so recently I went to Universal Studios for the first time in Hollywood with my loving family, and I'd never been there before. And I went on all the fun rides, and I went on the studio tour, but something that stood out to me was I got some Dippin' Dots. The last few days, I've had Dippin' Dots twice.
Oh, it's so good.
Dippin' Dots are good, but I've honestly kind of burned myself out on them just after having them twice.
What flavor do you get? What's your favorite?
I got
what's your
rainbow,
favorite flavor Dippin' Dots?
Rainbow Ice and cotton candy and the Sour Patch Kids strawberry one.
What's your favorite flavor though?
Rainbow Ice.
Mine is just chocolate.
I
don't like chocolate ice cream though.
I like fruity flavored Dippin' Dots. I like the kind of fruity flavored ones.
No.
I've never been a fan of. I've had banana split Dippin' Dots. They're good, but you know what the thing about Dippin' Dots is?
What's the thing about Dippin' Dots, my boy?
The thing about Dippin' Dots is what's the slogan? It's the ice cream of the future.
Yeah.
They've been saying it's the ice cream of the future for like 20 years now. When did Dippin' Dots start?
You can't put Dippin' Dots in a fucking cone and expect people to have a good time eating it.
Okay, so Dippin' Dots. Here's the thing about Dippin' Dots.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing about Dippin' Dots. When did Dippin' Dots? Hold on a second. When did Dippin' Dots start?
In
1988, 28 years ago. So it's called the ice cream of the future since 1988. Well, the future's now, Ryan, and it's not the ice cream of the future. It hasn't replaced ice cream.
Well, I mean, if it was made back then, and it's still kind of going on this far.
Well,
technically it is.
It's ice cream of the future, but it's not the ice cream of the future. They
No.
still don't sell it. I can't get it in stores. I can't just go to the store and buy Dippin' Dots.
Didn't you used to be able to like buy little cups,
Little
of it?
packets? I don't
know.
maybe.
I don't
but
know.
I mean, the packets are never as good. They're always kind of melted, and then they've refrozen together.
Well, I'm gonna go on Amazon.com.
You can order Dippin' Dots online in bulk, which I would love to get a
Amazon?
bag to put in our freezer.
on Amazon though. I'm looking it up. Dip and is it?
No,
dip,
it's
Dip in Dots.
It's not Dip and Dots. It's dipping without the G. Dippin' Dots.
Oh, I always thought it was Dippin' Dots.
Dip and Dots.
Yeah, Dippin' Dots.
Really?
Yeah.
Dippin' Dots.
There's Dippin' Tapenade. What's that?
What? Tapenade?
Tapenade. Okay.
Tapenade?
Top Tapenade. Tapenade.
Dippin' Dots is an ice cream snack invented by Southern Illinois University Carbondale graduate Kurt Jones in 1988. The confection is created by flash freezing ice cream mix in liquid nitrogen. The marketing slogan is "Ice Cream of the Future." Okay.
Yeah, like they sell them in these. They sell them in these packets
On Amazon?
See?
Oh, you can get it on Amazon Prime now?
Did it say Amazon Prime?
Wait,
now?
are you on Amazon Prime now or is Amazon Prime?
I'm on Amazon Prime.
Oh shit, dude.
You can't get any on Prime. I don't see any Prime.
Well, I wish Dippin' Dots were like.
Prime.
I wish you can get them in the store in big containers like regular ice cream because I fucking love Dippin' Dots.
I would definitely have a big old fucking container in our freezer of Dippin' Dots.
Well, you can get the big bulk bags online. I just don't know how cold they're going to be when they get to you. Because here's the thing: if Dippin' Dots even melt just a little bit, you refreeze them. They're kind of ruined. They're not those. Thing about Dippin' Dots is they're those perfect little balls. Those little spheres. And if they melt, they lose that. And when they refreeze, it's just a bunch of little globs, a bunch of little. I mean, they still taste the same.
I like it when they start melting and mushing together.
Yes.
That's like my favorite point of
that is the
Dippin'
best
Dots.
because they're still like cold.
Like when
on
you're
the-
scraping them out of the bottom with a spoon.
Ah, dude! I want Dippin' Dots now.
Am I speaking your language?
You're speaking my fucking language.
Good.
You're dipping my dots right now, man. I really want some of those.
Dip and Dots?
I want some dip and dots.
Nice.
Ew, that just made me think of like Dippin' Dots and then someone doing dip and spinning the dip spit into their Dippin' Dots and then eating it.
I had a step uncle. Do you want to know what he used to do?
Yeah, well, I'm guessing it has to do with dip.
Because it's my stepdad's sister's husband. So my step uncle.
Wait, your stepdad's sister's husband.
Sorry, husband. Yeah. Did I say uncle or husband?
You said step uncle.
He's my step uncle.
That's your step. That's your step uncle.
He's not my actual uncle.
Yeah, no, but he. Wait, your dad's sister's.
My stepdad's sister's
Yeah. Okay.
husband.
No. Sorry, I'm being dumb. You're right. That's a step uncle.
Yeah. And so what he would do, as a hilarious practical joke, is he did dip a lot. So when he needed to spit his dip out, he would always just spit it in the toilet and leave it there.
Dude, that's funny.
For one of the kids to find, because it looked like poo poo. His name is we called him Uncle Sonny.
Uncle Sonny.
Uncle Sonny.
Who would go spit his dip in the toilet and leave it for someone else to find because that's a funny joke when you walk up into the toilet and there's poo poo in it.
He's a big hunter too. Actually,
Wow.
that whole side of the family is pretty big on hunting.
Yeah, I got some family that's that kind of a South Carolina vibe.
Yeah.
Dip is disgusting. That is probably the grossest form of tobacco to do. It's like, I've always heard this. I don't know how true it is because I've never researched it myself, but I've heard that dip, they put tiny little bits of fiberglass in it. So when you put it in, it makes little microscopic cuts on your gum to get the dip in, to absorb in your gum more. So there's little bits of fiberglass that...
Wait, what?
I think that's what I've always been told.
Dip fiberglass. Although small, glass-like particles can be seen, this is due to the formation of salt crystals. There is no fiberglass in dip. The addition of glass to dipping tobacco would be extremely ineffective as a delivery method, as bleeding and inflammation would be likely to decrease the intake of nicotine.
Well, I'm wrong. I've been proven wrong.
By Google.
Thank you, Google.
But I've...
Still, dip, you should not dip. That's
I've only known one person around my age that I was friends with that tried it once, and they said...
I've tried it.
Like, the buzz is just sickening.
It's nauseating. So
it's a big buzz you get from it.
I had friends that, I knew this, my friend's older brother, he used to dip, and it was really gross because he'd just get an empty water bottle and just spit his dip spit into it. So the water bottle would get filled to the rim with spit, and it was just brown, black spit.
God.
Like, watching people dip is gross.
Yeah.
I had
I don't know what that buzz is like. I only know what a cigarette buzz is like.
It made me dizzy, and I had it in my mouth for like 5 seconds before I spit it out and felt like I was going to throw up. I tried it just to try it, and it was, ugh. We should, let's do a Let's Play where we just take we each take
globs of dip.
Half a can of dip and just chew it in our mouths.
No, it's weird.
It's nasty.
Is it like, what does it taste like?
It's tobacco. It tastes bad.
Just tobacco? Just like if I just ate a cigarette?
No, it's like smoky and it burns. Oh, it burns really bad.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just a pussy. And it's because I was in like 9th grade when I tried it. Yeah, it burns. Burns really bad. I remember he didn't want his parents to know he dipped, so he would hide his dip bottles under his bed.
Yeah.
I was in his room once wearing flip-flops, and my foot went under the bed, kicked over months-old bottle of spit.
God.
And it just went all in between my toes,
That's so gross.
all over my foot and my flip-flop. And it was just congealed dip spit. So
chasing a buzz is super important.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta chase that buzz. It's weird. The reason I actually started smoking, I started smoking at 18, I think. I think that's when I had my first cigarette. But I did it because I smoked weed beforehand, and I'm like, and all of a sudden it was disgusting. It was like a Marlboro Skyline. It was this blue pack. It was gross. And I just remember, this is like a little mini high, because the buzz you get from a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is like mini weed. This is like weed toned down. And God, it's just it was so disgusting.
Yeah,
I remember getting super lightheaded.
No,
from the first cigarettes.
I have smoked a cigarette before, and it made me really dizzy and lightheaded.
But you smoked it like an idiot. You tried to inhale the whole thing. Like, you thought you just
sucked it all down.
Yeah, you just sucked it up.
No, seriously, I don't remember. That was one of the worst feelings I've ever had in my life.
You just thought, like, I'll try one. I'll see what the big fuss is all about.
Sucked it all down, and then I just remember sitting there, and my world was spinning, and I felt like I was going to throw up, and like 10 minutes flew by in 5 seconds. It was, it's not, I don't recommend anyone out there to do that. And I don't recommend anyone to use tobacco products. Those are bad for you.
They're bad for you.
Very bad for you. And I'm sure that
they're very addictive. It sucks.
It's a hard habit to kick. So I recommend people don't even try it. Don't even, because I don't think anyone that smokes cigarettes is like ever been like, you know what, I'm gonna get addicted to cigarettes. It's always like, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna try one. I'll try another one. Why not? And then you get addicted. So
the only pass I think people get is when they start smoking hookah. Because hookah is like a social thing.
Yeah, so you and I used to smoke hookah
a lot, and I've had like 3 or 4 hookahs because Daniel broke one.
Daniel, he shattered that one.
Yep.
I just remember when I first came out to hang out with you guys for the first time. We did hookah like 5 nights in a row.
Every night.
I felt like absolute shit.
But you were the one always asking. You were like, "Are we gonna hook it up?"
Yeah, because it was like
we'd always do. Are we gonna hook it up, dude?
We're gonna fire up the hook.
Are we gonna fire up?
That's what it was. It was fire. Because no, I had never like smoked tobacco before.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time I had felt like a buzz, and it feels awesome. It feels great. So I'm like, oh, let's do it again. Let's watch a movie and smoke the hookah.
And it's like thick clouds, so
it's
feels
fun.
Like you're
it's
doing
fun,
shit.
and it didn't taste bad. And then after like the 4th time, you're just like, Jesus Christ, I'm ready to die. I haven't smoked hookah in over a year now because I don't want to. When I think of it, I feel sick, like deep down.
Yeah.
It makes me feel nauseous because I just remember I would would just like do a whole bunch of like hits on the hookah, and then I would just have to go lay down because I felt so shitty.
I think
it's also way worse for you than cigarettes. One hookah session is like what, like a pack of cigarettes or
something like that.
It's like a ton of cigarettes. So
regardless whether you're smoking tobacco, shisha, marijuana, I guess that's the three that I'm thinking of right now. You're still like burning shit and it's going in your throat. You're still it's smoke going down your throat regardless.
And into your lungs, immune absorbed. So it's never gonna feel. It's never gonna be good for you. It's never gonna be, there's not a healthier cigarette, I guess. But that's just our little word of advice. I'm sure there's people listening to smoking a cigarette right now, and you know what? You do you. But when you're on your deathbed, you'll say, "Man, I should have listened. I should have listened to Matt and Ryan. Should have listened to them."
But you guys have a cigarette on your podcast.
Shit. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. In the drawing, that's for the smoke effect. It looks cool. It's something to look at.
For some ambiance.
You need something moving to look at, just so you can just kick back and just watch it. And smoke is a good thing to look at,
And if you need some lore to help you kind of pick out a reason for that cigarette to be there, it'd be like, Ryan used to smoke cigarettes.
There you go. It's symbolic.
And he just lacks the smoke. He just lacks the smell of the cigarette smoke. That's weird with people. People who've had parents that smoke cigarettes. I'd always apologize and be like, sorry if I pulled out a cigarette, and they'd be like, no, I don't mind. I actually like the smell.
No, I love the smell of cigarettes.
I don't know why I don't like the smell. I only like the effect. I liked.
I'm kind of the opposite.
Really?
I love the smell of cigarettes. Like going into a house where someone smokes, or going into it
seems so cheap to me whenever I smell smoke around.
It does, but at the same time,
dirty.
it's like I like that for some reason. I love the way cars that someone owned that smoked in. I really like the way cars smell that people have smoked in. I don't know why, because I know it does feel kind of dirty, but I get this like weird nostalgia because neither of my parents smoked as a kid.
My mom did. She's quit actually, but she smoked for a large portion of her life.
Yeah, like
I just grew up with that.
Yeah, well, I had one of my best friends, his parents smoked, so maybe it takes me back to like sleeping over at his house, like nostalgia of that smell. But my dad likes the smell of tobacco too, so maybe it's a genetic thing, liking the smell of tobacco. It just gives me a weird nostalgia, even though my family never smoked. So I don't know, but
I just know when I turned 18, Daniel and a bunch of our friends, we had this, I guess, group that we all went to the same college, or just we all lived in the same area, blah, blah, blah. This is probably freshman year of college, maybe. We'd all turn 18 by then, and so we'd go to the cigar
I did the same
place.
thing, yeah.
And like we did it multiple times. Like I'd get a glass Coke and a cigar, one of the better tasting ones.
Yeah.
Just sit out there and just puff at it.
Well, you don't inhale cigar smoke, right?
No,
it's simply just for the taste.
Some people inhale cigarellos just because.
Yeah, those are always so nasty to me, especially like the scented ones like cherry or vanilla.
Yeah.
I hate that smell. Like, I remember when I was in college, my friends and I, my friend Jackson and Christian, what we'd do is at the end of every semester, we'd get cigars and we'd just go down by these train tracks and smoke like a cigar together. And the first time I did, I didn't know you weren't supposed to like inhale, so I just inhale it. And I was like,
God, that had to burn. Like,
dude, it felt awful.
It's almost like getting the breath knocked out of you.
Yeah, it just burned, and I was like, and I wanted to go brush, and I brushed my teeth 2 times after that, and I could still taste it.
That's the worst part about smoking a cigar.
It does not come out of your clothes.
I didn't do it after the age of 18 just because like we all grew out of it.
Yeah, it's like a novelty thing. You do it on a celebration, or you do it because you just turned 18. I did it when I turned 18 because it's like, oh, well, I kind of have to buy a lottery ticket and a cigar. It's just kind of it's like a rite of passage.
But every time we go to the, I guess, cigar merchant or whatever it was, the tobacco merchant, after a night of smoking a cigar, I'd wake up and I'd still kind of taste it. It'd be on me. It's very thick. I remember having to wake up for Food Lion in that state, and that was those were the worst mornings. Having to wake up at like 5 or 6 a.m. to go to work at Food Lion to deal with customers, as I like just imagine waking up. Ew. Can't wait to go spend all day at Food Lion and probably take someone's shift because they want to leave early because they want to hang out with their boyfriend.
Fucking asshole. Cigars, like I like the smell of cigars, but the taste is just something completely different.
Yeah.
And it's not a good taste.
No, I just don't see the enjoyment out of it because
It's what like dictators smoke, like Castro and
You don't
stuff.
do you get a buzz from it or anything? I don't remember getting a buzz or anything. I just remembered it's
think
like
it's
it's
more
the
of like
taste and just like hanging out with the boys.
It's like a class thing, I guess. It's like,
Yeah.
this is classy. Smoke a cigar. Yeah, Ryan. You know what we should do?
What?
Let's from now on every podcast, let's just smoke cigars.
Ew.
Let's just sit. Let's bring cigars into the Grumps recording room without their permission and just light up cigars and smoke cigars the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude, if we did that in here, this couch, this room, probably never get that smell out. And Aaron would be so mad. Rightfully so, because making that room smell like shit.
My dad, one of the rules with the cars, because eventually he found out that I was smoking cigarettes, is like, don't smoke in the car, or else you're gonna stink up the car and it's gonna be harder to sell.
Yeah, well, it's really hard to get the cigarette smell out of it. For some,
And it stains some shit too.
You cannot get that smell out of cars usually. It's like usually to get the smell of cars, I think you have to change like all the seats and you have to change the the carpets and stuff. And it's gross because when you actually smoke indoors, it'll go into the walls. And
isn't there a picture of like someone's grandmother or something who like smoked every day, and all of a sudden when she died, you could see kind of like an outline of the couch?
Yeah, I saw it on Reddit where she would like smoke on her laptop every day.
Yeah,
where she'd lean up against the wall, and it was just an outline of a person because the rest of the wall was yellow, and where she was lighter because she smoked there for like 20 years, just always sitting there reading or on the computer in the same spot. So it was just lighter there, which is really gross because that means like all that shit was just sinking into the walls. So they would have to like actually remove all the wallpaper to get that smell out and probably scrub the walls. So
there's like two things that started just making me kind of gag a little bit after smoking for a while. Of course, that would be the dry smoke. I'd always have to have something to drink, but it would
cigarettes
it
was
was
so gross.
When I would get down to the end of it, I'd look at the filter.
Yeah.
Turn the the filter would be yellow.
Yeah,
and
it's all
like,
yellow. It's like that's going in your lungs.
And then you do that experiment with the water bottle.
Yeah, I did that once where you take a water bottle and you take the lid and you cut a hole in it and you stick a cigarette in and you put a paper towel in between the lid and the bottle and you fill the bottle up with water and you light the cigarette, like you stick it in the hole in the top and you light it and then you cut a hole in the bottom of the bottle so it sucks all the water out, which sucks the entire cigarette into the bottle, and then you take it off and you thank you, Ryan, and then you take it off and you look at the you look at the paper towel and it's just like black from all the shit that goes through. So that goes in your lungs when you smoke. So guys, don't do that. That's gross. That's going in your lungs. That's
smoke responsibly.
I don't think there's such thing.
Smoke with an adult over the age of 18. No, actually in California it's 21.
It's 21, yeah. So guys, smoke responsibly,
Just do it.
Just do it. Be safe about it. Be safe about smoking cigarettes.
Mixing Nike's athleticism with good old tobacco.
Just do it. Nike starts making cigarettes. Just do it.
What if that was Dare's logo, like their catchphrase? Just do it.
Dare doesn't exist anymore, right?
Why does it really not exist?
Because it didn't work.
Of course it didn't work.
I think they realized that, and they're like, we should change our focus more to people drinking and doing things responsibly instead of telling them not to do it at all. I don't think Dare exists. I think they got rid of it.
They still have the website.
Well, I don't think they teach it in schools anymore. I don't think that, because I remember Dare would come to my school.
It was a big thing.
And I remember they would come, and it would be like a 3-day thing where they'd show us all these videos. And they'd cart in the TV. They'd wheel it in on the little cart, and on the VHS player, they'd play like a Dare movie, and then we'd have to write an essay about why we're never gonna do drugs or drink alcohol. And I remember that. I wonder if I can. I bet I have my Dare essay somewhere. And we got like stickers that would say Dare and shirts. I want a Dare shirt. I love Dare. I like that logo. It's fun. It's a fun little logo.
I don't think they would show up to like my school that much because it's also like about like gang and violent behavior, and just my area wasn't prone to that type of stuff.
Oh really? I remember.
I think mine was just joints, smoking weed and shit. That's just what.
Don't smoke no joints, kids.
But everywhere. Like so many people smoke marijuana. That's the thing. Like I thought when I lived in South Carolina it would be the hardest thing to find, but it's so easy just to be like, hey, where's the weed at?
Where it at though?
And then they take you to an open field and then shoot you in the back of the head
because that's illegal. Marijuana is illegal, and do not smoke it.
Don't smoke marijuana.
You guys learned the lesson of that story. If you try to smoke marijuana, you're gonna get shot in the back of the head in a field,
guys.
So please, fuck off.
Please don't smoke marijuana. It leads to
getting shot in the back of the head.
So I have a question.
Lay it on me, Ryan. Slap it on me.
You and I have an elevator in our wonderful apartment building, and you and I would be having a conversation, or we walk in to an elevator where someone else is having a conversation.
Yep.
But when that happens and other people join in the elevator in the middle of someone else's conversation, the conversation just stops.
Yeah, it's just silent.
And it's silent.
All the whole ride.
Why are elevators a capsule for awkwardness?
You know, it's weird because the thing about elevators is everyone in the elevator is 100% fully aware of everyone else and their silence.
They know. Yeah. I bet you, like, probably everyone at some point in the elevator at the same time is just kind of thinking, well, I should try and talk. Should I say, I probably shouldn't say something. Like, those thoughts are going through their head. Like, it's very obvious, the silence that's happening.
Like, why?
It's deliberate silence.
Why isn't it just like, hey, how you doing? It's like, that's awkward. It's awkward. Like, you just want to not interact. You just want to shut up and get there.
Everyone just pulls up their phone and just looks at it. Even if you're just looking at a blank screen and faking to swipe,
I just stare at the buttons and just like look around.
You don't want to look at them. You're just like,
I would love to
see a nice elevator.
I really want to put a camera in an elevator and just get a supercut of people awkwardly standing next to each other. Because think about what it is. It's multiple humans standing in a box, completely ignoring each other, but being fully aware of each other, but completely ignoring each other and just standing with a blank face, just silently.
I wonder if there's an answer. I'm going to look up.
Think about how weird that is. Just like that imagery, how awkward that is.
Here are the reasons, apparently. You don't have enough room, therefore you could feel a bit violated when it comes to personal space.
I never feel violated in an elevator.
Usually when we meet someone for the first time, we have at least an arm's length distance between us, and that's not possible in most elevators, causing it to be a very unnatural first contact space. 3. No one likes being locked in a metal cube on the come on. I'm going to read this verbatim. No one likes being locked in a metal cube on the real. And it's honestly pretty creepy if you think about it. On the real.
On the real, dude.
Last time you heard that?
Is that a BuzzFeed article?
It is, who's this from? The Odyssey? I don't know.
Oh, The Odyssey.
Is it? Yeah, Odyssey.
Yeah. The Odyssey. Did you ever read that, The Odyssey?
Yeah.
Back in school?
It's okay. Isn't that just the kind of just typical hero's journey?
The hero's journey. Yeah, that was I was never interested in that shit at the time. When I had to like read the Odyssey or the Iliad or I don't know, like I get it's a classic, but I was just like, this shit's boring. I want to learn about something more fun.
Me and my ability to enjoy a book wasn't changed by appreciating old literature.
Same with like old film when they show you shit like Trip to the Moon and stuff. It's like, yeah, I get it's old and it's classic because it was like the first thing, but at the same time, I don't really care.
I still think The General's pretty decent. It's this old black and white film, The General of a... I
thought you were talking about the car commercials, the car insurance commercials.
It's a black and white... I think it's a Charlie Chaplin. No, who is that? That's not Charlie Chaplin.
The guy with the mustache? He had the Hitler mustache before Hitler did it?
No, it wasn't Charlie Chaplin.
It was Charlie Chaplin.
It was another comedian.
Groucho Marx?
No, hold on. I hate that I don't know this. I'm so dumb. Why didn't I...
You fucking idiot!
It was Buster Keaton.
I've never heard that name in my life.
You never heard Buster Keaton?
Buster Keaton, no.
He's a big slapstick boy back in the black and white era.
Imagine being one of those slapstick celebrities like Charlie Chaplin or Groucho Marx or Buster Keaton. Like, it's just a funny... Wait, did Charlie Chaplin wear eyeliner or were his eyes just naturally dark underneath?
No, they wore a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
I think to kind of... Because I think the like exposure usually was always really high. Like the lights were always high, so to add contrast,
kind of cartoon yourself up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah,
you gotta add like thicker lines, and he had the box mustache. He's the only other person in history I think that's famous that rocked the box mustache, which is Adolf Hitler's mustache, and pulled it off. And I think that it's also because that was before Hitler rose to power. But
if Hitler had a fucking mutton chops. If it was just mutton chops, would he ruin mutton chops? No. How come this small mustache was ruined?
Because
why was that mustache? If he had any other type of facial hair, it wouldn't have been ruined.
Because I think that was not a common mustache, like where mutton chops has been common forever.
Are you sure that wasn't like a common...
The box mustache? I don't think. Well, it might have been common, but it wasn't popular, like widespread popular. I don't think. Because that took a lot of tending to keep it that shape. I think that was a very unique facial hair thing. Like people did it, but it wasn't huge. That's why Charlie Chaplin is famous for it too. Because I don't think it was very widespread at the time. So then when he came around and imagine if a dictator came to power and their mustache was like a perfect rectangle, like that,
or a triangle.
Yeah, like a little triangle. That they'd be
like
known
an
for
upside
that.
down triangle.
Yeah, they'd be known for that because that's it's so what's symbolic because it's just them. It's very when you see that you think of them because Hitler was so famous at the time. That mustache was like associated with him, so he ruined that for everyone. But I mean,
it wasn't a good mustache to begin with.
It just looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know, what about we haven't had have we had a dictator that had a pencil thin mustache?
No.
Those look
maybe I don't know.
You know who's got that pencil thin mustache? It's Pico Taro. He's the guy that made the pin pineapple apple pin thing. He's got that goofy little drawn on mustache.
Oh yeah.
It's just like hangs onto the top of his lip. It's like a single pencil line.
It looks like the eyebrows people draw on themselves.
Yeah. Man, have you ever? We saw that guy. I was talking about this last night with my dad. We saw that guy one time in Glendale who had a legitimate 100% unibrow.
Yep.
It didn't even dip down to like 95% in the middle. It went full 100 all the way through.
Okay,
solid black line all the way across.
Why is it seen as unattractive to have a unibrow? Didn't it used to be an attractive thing?
Is it because
for women, or was it never an attractive
was it?
thing?
No, I know.
I thought like way back when, like having a unibrow was like you know how being skinny wasn't that attractive a long time ago, and it was being heavier was seen as a sign of being rich and more.
I think what it is I think the unibrow like calls back to like a Neanderthalic era. Like it kind of looks like very unkept, kind of like uncivilized look, maybe like back to like caveman look. Because when they draw cavemen, they draw them with unibrows.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of goes back to that period, and it's a bunch of extra hair on your face. So I think that it's kind of just seen as like primal. I don't know.
See, I was right. Yeah. Ancient Greek and Roman cultures, unibrows were prized as beautiful.
I wonder why that changed. I wonder where that shift was. What was the social shift that made it unattractive?
Do you think it was a part of the whole kind of armpit hair, leg hair thing where women shave? Where it's like less body hair, the better, the more clean, I guess, the body.
Maybe, yeah. Like unibrow, like if I see a dude with a unibrow, I kind of automatically assume he's not that clean.
There are people with unibrows listening. Like
that's they don't have to keep the unibrow. That's their choice.
They don't have to shave the unibrow.
Well, then that's their choice. I'm just saying that's what by like society kind of thinks. That's what you've grown to kind of like accustom it with. Just kind of like a.
For me, it's more accustomed to just social unawareness. Because I have a feeling. Well, when you make yourself up, you don't do it for yourself. You do it for other people.
Yeah.
So when you don't do it, it shows that, I guess, you don't care, about what other people think about you in a sense. Or it just shows that you're just not socially aware of that aspect of physicality, that you're just kind of like, this people don't mind this.
Well, like, think about this. In movies and cartoons, when they draw someone, like, really ugly, they give them a unibrow.
Helga Pataki? Yeah.
Helga Pataki from Hey Arnold?
Yep. She had a famous unibrow.
She had a very famous unibrow. Like, but when they do caricatures of people to make them ugly, they usually give them a unibrow. Yeah. So it's kind of like seen as I don't know. It has become, at least in modern society, like one of those things that's like seen as ugly. You know. And if you're listening to this and you got a unibrow, all the love to you in the world. You do whatever you want to do. You do you.
Sure, there I'm sure there are people on here.
I'm not talking like
excessive back hair.
Well, I don't care about excessive back hair.
That puffs out of the back of their
shirt
neck. Yeah.
That
curls around and starts
slightly
fraying out. It looks like a lion's mane.
When like you can see like the hair coming out of the shirt. That's always a little.
Yeah. I have those stray back hairs. There's like, do you ever have those?
I just don't grow body hair really.
Really, I have like black, kind of just stray hairs on my back. Just pluck them every now and then.
I knew a guy once, short little guy, and he was like the hairiest dude in the world, and it was gross to me. Just like it'd like come out of the collar of his shirt. Like
Barry's got some hair on him.
Barry,
yeah.
Barry. Let's bring him in here.
Have you never seen Barry's torso?
I have never seen Barry without a shirt on. Can we bring him in and have him take his shirt off?
Well, that's kind of demoralizing, isn't it?
No,
Barry, come in here. Now take off your shirt.
No, I just want to see. I want to see if he's hairy. I want to see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not saying hairy's unattractive. I just want to see Barry.
Because he's hairier than I am.
I want to see hairy Barry. I want to see him.
Do you believe that he's hairier than I am?
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay.
For Barry, for some reason, I don't know. I can see that. He seems like a hairy.
Am I like a hairy person? I feel
very,
like
yeah. Got a lot of hair.
Is that like very hairy?
That's a lot. Yeah, it's very hairy.
Is that seen as very?
As opposed to this, I got like no hair on my body.
Yeah.
I'm like, it looks like I just got waxed. I just got like tar and feathered, and I just cleaned all the tar off of me.
Because my body hair isn't like coarse and kind of dark.
I don't know. Some people just don't grow like a lot of hair on their body. I got leg hair. I don't got a lot of hair on like my chest or anything. I got no hair on my chest actually.
Is it because you were castrated when you were
No,
young?
Ryan, don't stop. Don't bring that up. Do not bring that up on the podcast.
I'm sorry.
You better cut this out.
I will.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, good old. Now we all know Barry's Harry. Harry old Barry.
Ha
Glad he got his wee back.
Yep.
Thank God.
Aaron, how dare you?
Aaron, you fucking piece of shit.
Whoa, dude.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Dude, I want to go back to Japan.
Why?
Because it was fun as hell. Been
I
thinking
wanna
about it
go.
a lot. Yeah, you come with me, dude.
I will.
I want to go with like a group of people. Sounds like a lot of fun. Anyone listening to this want to go, just, shoot me an email and let's go. Just kidding. Don't do that.
I'm going to look up the top 5 funny questions to ask someone. I'm going to ask you them.
The top 5 funny questions to ask. Oh, I'm excited for this one.
To ask.
All right, guys, try not to laugh too hard at these.
These are, nothing really came up with funny. Oh, yeah, here we go. Funny questions to ask someone. Guys, a friend, someone.
I'm a guy and a friend and someone, so.
Okay, have you ever gone cow tipping?
Sorry, that one's funny. No, I have not gone cow tipping because that's pushing over fucking live animals.
Okay,
It's mean. But that was pretty funny.
Do you think people should eat the fish they catch or just let them go?
What kind of... These aren't funny questions.
It says, funny questions to ask people, guys, a friend, someone.
Do you think people should eat the fish they catch?
Okay, how about this? How about another funny question?
All right.
This is funny questions to ask someone interesting. And you're an interesting person.
Thanks, Ryan.
Do you put butter before putting the peanut butter on?
When do I put butter and peanut butter on the same piece of bread?
Okay, fine. I'll look up another question.
But, I put butter on before I put the jelly on. Because butter, it's smooth and it melts, and then you put the jelly on top. I don't dip the knife back into the jelly, though, if it has butter on it, because then you're going to get butter in the jelly, and then that shit's going to get all nasty.
Do you shampoo first in the shower, or do you soap first in the shower?
I change
These
it
are
almost
some
every day.
funny questions, dude.
Dude, I'm imagining someone asking this question and laughing their ass off.
Okay,
I shampoo, it doesn't matter. It's just whatever I grab first in the shower. I do both probably 50-50.
Okay,
This morning I shampooed first, and then I did body wash. And then I did face wash. I do 3 things. I shampoo, I body wash, and I face wash.
Okay, that's good. Here's I'm gonna look up. Okay, how about this? And I looked up 30 of the hardest. 50 funny.
Come on, Ryan. I need some funny questions.
7 questions that are very hard to answer.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? This is from Pinterest.
Question 1. What about abortion in the case of rape?
Okay, here we go. Would you die for anything or anyone? What?
Would I die? Yeah, there's people I would die for.
Okay. Now I gotta press the continue button because this isn't like a big page thing.
People I love, yeah.
What's going on? These aren't things. What's going? I think I fucked up. Something's wrong.
I would hate having to put that, that guilt on them. Like, oh, he died for me. It could have been me.
What is this site?
What is it? It's just a bunch of ads. It looks like you're reading through an iMessage chat with a bunch of shit thrown into it.
That's the question. But then
give me some more questions, Ryan.
I press continue. Okay, what is the meaning of life?
What kind? I don't know.
Okay, that was a tough question.
That is a tough question, but it's like no one knows that.
That one's.
I guess the meaning of life is maybe it doesn't have a meaning. Just live your life to be as happy as you can and make other people happy and be nice to other people.
Okay.
There you go. It's the best answer I can give you. Make others happy, make yourself happy, and don't be an asshole.
Okay.
Make life worth living. Give me another one, Ryan.
Okay. Benjamin buys 5 apples. If he gives 3 of them to Suzanne Collins...
Are you making this up? Is this really one of the questions?
If he gives 3 of them to Suzanne Collins, how many apples does he have left?
That's not on there, Ryan. You're making that up.
He has 2 apples, Matt. He has 2
It's not
apples.
a hard question. It's 2 apples. I figured it out.
Okay, here's another hard question to answer. In what funny SpongeBob episode Did Pat...
You're making this shit. Give me the real question.
There is no real question. They're all shitty, like, questions about relationships. There are many times in a relationship that questions that are very hard to answer beforehand come up. Different people will believe in different courses of action, but ultimately those who are in the relationship have to make their own choices and decisions.
Well,
that's not a question.
Let's give relationship advice then.
Okay. No, let's go to our relationship advice. Read the people's thing and actually give them advice.
Okay, let's go to r/relationships, and what's the top post?
Is it relationships or relationship advice? No, it's
r/relationships.
Yeah. Here's one. My boyfriend, a 24-year-old male, insists on hand washing a 19-year-old female's bras and panties himself. Hey, my BF and I have been dating for 4 months now. We've known each other for longer. We are currently living together. It is temporary, blah, blah, blah. I asked him why he was washing my underwear at 7 in the morning, and he said, it's okay, just go back to sleep. Later in the day, I told him that what he did was sweet, but I'd really prefer washing my own underwear. He was like, what's the big deal? You're my girlfriend. Yesterday afternoon, I came home, and he was doing it. I don't want to do this. I'm
Well,
bored.
Ryan, what's your opinion on this subject? This person has no idea that we're reading their relationship advice from Reddit to an audience of tens of thousands. So, so what do you think about this boyfriend that's been washing his girlfriend the 4 months panties at 7 in the morning before she wakes up? Like, I will admit that's a bit strange. And she said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Go back to bed."
This is like one of those times where after a certain event, she'll go, I just should have seen it coming. The signs were there. I just didn't pay attention.
Washing my bras and panties with the colander in the sink. Like,
now her friends would be like, something was off about him, but we tried to tell her, but she just
that is something off. And maybe that person is listening to this podcast, and maybe she's fucking shitting her pants right now. Like, what the fuck? Hey, yeah, okay, so maybe if he's getting some sort of sexual pleasure out of it, then maybe it's okay. I guess that's where you got to find the defining. There's 2 different options you can do. If he's doing this to get some sort of sexual satisfaction, then maybe that's a little weird.
Wait, there's an update. They actually solved it, I think.
Oh, they solved it.
They said update. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
My boyfriend found my Reddit post about where I was talking about.
Update. Sorry for not responding. I was at work. So basically, I confronted my boyfriend again, and he admitted that he jacks off into my panties and then washes them.
I knew it!
Okay, there we go. I was a bit grossed out, frankly, and told him nicely to stop. His response was, what's the problem with it if I wash it afterwards?
Oh, no, come on,
It's like nothing
dude.
happened.
Okay, dude,
it's making it seem like I'm the weird, unreasonable... What? You don't jerk off into someone's... Like, how would he like it if his, dad came on and was like, Dad, my underpants are crusty. Yeah, I've been jerking off into them. Don't worry, I'm gonna wash them. I'm gonna wash them.
Well, okay, here's the thing. It's like, if the girlfriend doesn't like it and she said, don't do that, he shouldn't fight against that. That's her underwear. That's
she's politely just insinuating,
please don't do that.
Please don't masturbate into my underwear that I want to wear.
Well, what's the problem?
I wash them for you afterwards.
That's not the point. It's like a personal space thing.
It's like for instance, it wouldn't matter if you washed my clothes and you were like, Ryan, I just jerk off into your t-shirt.
Ryan, sorry, dude, I've been blowing my nose in your shirt.
I know,
dude, what's the big deal? What's the big deal?
I wash it. Why are you acting so weird? Yeah, whoever this girl is, you need to, wait, Vernon.
Wait, what's the username? Daddy Vernon? It's Vernon! Hey! Oh, hey, Vernon!
Vernon, we have a question.
Vernon, wait, was Vernon out? Did you see Vernon out there? Or was that just a strange... Okay, I thought it was just a strange coincidence.
No. So, we've been reading... we read a post on our relationships.
Yep.
Here we go. This will help a bit.
Yep.
And so there was a post that says... Basically, this girl's trying to figure out if she's the weird one in this situation. So, she's recently found out that her boyfriend of...
4 months.
4 months.
Okay.
She found out that he's been masturbating into her underwear and then hand washing them afterwards.
Okay.
And she's wondering if it's weird for her to be kind of upset.
Well, she said please don't do that. And he said, what's the problem? I'm washing them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys on opposite ends of this?
No. I think we're in agreement of saying well, if she asked not to, and he's fighting, he shouldn't be fighting.
We took it to the extent of picture this, Vernon. Picture if I told you. If you're wearing underwear right now, I'm saying oh, wow, Vernon, I masturbated into those a week ago. And you're like, what? I'm like, don't worry, I washed them.
I hand washed them afterwards.
Yeah, I hand washed them. It would still be weird. It's not oh, I washed the cum out of your underwear.
I think that relationships are a system of boundaries.
Okay.
Right? And relationships are, they vary. No relationship is the same.
All right.
I think there's value in saying, hey, don't come in this and or watch it afterwards, which admittedly isn't the worst outcome. But if someone if someone in a relationship says, hey, don't come on my things and then watch them afterwards, I, as the other person in the relationship, would say like, yeah, okay, yeah, that like I respect that boundary that you've built.
What would you do if you walked in the room, and if you had a girlfriend at the time, I guess she has like your underwear on like 2 poles, so it's like up there, and she's had her legs spread in front of it, and she squirts into your underwear.
Yep.
Well, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Is it a guy-girl thing? Do you think it would be weirder? Do you think it's weirder for a guy to come into a girl's underwear than a girl to squirt into a guy's underwear?
Wow, these are conversations. These are hard-hitting ones. We have an hour into the podcast.
First of all, happy to be here. Happy to go on record in terms of how I feel about jizz in underwear. Foreign cum.
Foreign cum, not your own.
Not your own.
Like foreigners cum.
I think I would be okay with it if we had a conversation beforehand about the things that we want.
Well, we are having a conversation right now. Would it be okay?
Come in my underwear, Matt.
All right, I can do that.
Also, a quick side note: I read our relationship sometimes too. Apparently, there is a person who was asking her boyfriend knows that she's afraid of spiders, that she has panic attacks when there's spiders present, and her boyfriend had friends over and she was with them, and her boyfriend grabs a jar of spiders and pours it on her.
Fuck, why did he have a jar of spiders? Where did that come from?
There's so many questions.
How do you get a jar of spiders?
I have so many questions, but
you attract them. You come into panties and that attracts the spiders.
Oh, that does attract spiders, right?
Essentially, she was asking if she was rightful in being mad about that.
Do a lot of, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but do a lot of women have trouble with boundaries? Like, it seems like when a guy obviously is going over the line in I'm talking mainly about our relationships, because I see those types of posts a lot. It's like, my boyfriend cut the head off my cat. Am I being a bit too pushy by saying that was too far?
No, what the fuck?
You were being the exact right amount of pushy.
Like, you just found out that your boyfriend of 4 months is hiding the fact that he's coming into your underwear and then waking up at 6 a.m. to
hand wash them.
Like, yeah.
Everybody's like, "What's the big deal?"
I know.
It's only your clothes I'm coming on.
That is not a normal situation people find themselves in.
No.
But anyways, we don't want to kink shame, but we'd also like to
communication.
Yeah,
communicate what you want in a relationship.
But thank you,
Vernon, for giving your insight on this.
Thank you for having me. I want you all to know that this happened specifically because I leaned into the engineering window and just made the blowjob sign with my mouth.
Oh, I didn't even see it,
guys.
Yeah, and that got my attention. You know how quick I am to avert my gaze towards a blowing young man.
Good old Vernon. We had you on episode 3 or 4.
Oh shit,
that was 35 episodes ago, Vernon. So welcome back.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to bring me on for a full episode rather than just me. Okay. All right, well, take care, guys. Bye.
I see you, Vernon.
See you. You have a good luck.
Goodbye.
Wait. Can you give us, before you go, can you yell any insider info on anything that's going on in the Grump office that people haven't been able to hear of?
Yeah. I'm tired all the time.
That's not insider
All right,
info.
Vernon has cancer, everyone. All right, there it is.
That was him crying.
He wasn't laughing; he was crying. I made him burst into tears. I'm gonna wait. That Reddit post, there's gonna be update number 3 tomorrow. So apparently 2 guys with a podcast,
two guys with a Minecraft podcast,
2 guys that have played Roblox on YouTube went and talked about
Club
this.
Penguin in Roblox and Firefighter Simulator for the Wii.
They went on and talked about this on their podcast. So my boyfriend and I have broken up ever since. Now that our dirty laundry, no pun intended, has been aired to the world.
Did you come up with that and you were waiting to use?
No. That was on the spot. I didn't even think about that.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, I'm in this position because I'm in that uncomfortable state.
You ready? Because we've been sitting on the couch for over. You ready to end it?
Yeah.
I think that pun was a great way to end the podcast, Ryan. Dirty laundry. Air the dirty laundry.
That's a good one. That is a good pun.
We can even name this podcast "Dirty Laundry."
We will.
Okay, that's a great name for the.
That'll be the title.
Perfect. Dirty Laundry. All right, guys.
We can title it "Dirty Grandpa," so we can put "Dirty Grandpa" in the tags.
It was called Bad Grandpa, not Dirty Grandpa.
There was Dirty Grandpa.
There wasn't Dirty Grandpa.
With Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro and
Zac Efron.
yeah.
And Anna Kendrick. and Aubrey Mintz.
Man, you know
Plaza.
you know it, dude. Did you see that movie?
No, I just know shit about when it comes to movies and all that.
There you have it, folks. Just no shit. Well, thank you for tuning in to episode 39. Next episode is 40. That's a big one. We got weird on this one. We talked about some new things, so love you guys so much. Catch it on iTunes on Saturday. Catch it on YouTube on Thursday. Or if we forget to upload it to iTunes...
Welcome to the podcast. It's episode what?
40.
40.
40.
Oh yeah, the big 40. We don't have anything planned. Oh shit! We can do a live Q&A right now. Actually. For the big 40.
But sorry for no episode last week. It would have been episode 40 last week. But the studio we record our podcast in was under construction, and it looks beautiful now. It is incredible. It's the Game Gumps recording
Got
room.
a gorgeous little touch screen.
Little interface for switching
Got a
consoles.
big old TV now, which is cool.
Nice big TV.
But what we've done is we have typed in, we're doing a podcast right now, ask us questions. We've typed that in onto Twitter. So you guys can ask us questions. And this is technically live, but not really.
Not at the time it comes out, but we're going to answer some questions because we thought maybe, don't hold us to this because we probably won't, but we'd like to maybe every 10 episodes do just a small Q&A.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll definitely do one for episode 50.
100%.
That is only 10 episodes away, and we're at 50 episodes of our glorious podcast.
You want to choose the first question, my boy?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me look. Hold on. Spell iCup. I see you.
They got you.
Honor IAWF asks, any Ming updates? Well, we're going to save that for this daily scheduled Ming report. So we'll wait later on in the podcast for that one.
But the short answer is...
Don't stop. Don't spoil it. Yes, there'll be a Ming update. But
why? Is there anything to update people on?
We'll just say there's no Ming update.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta keep people listening.
That is true. I mean, they didn't hear that, huh? Okay, next question.
Ryan, you pick one.
Would you guys ever want to do a huge production thing, like a short film? 100% yes. We have both actually gone outside of our YouTube realms, even though we eventually uploaded those short films to YouTube. We have gone outside of that and done short films on the Campus Movie Fest, and we both won Best Picture, which is cool. Yeah. But I would love to actually...
Do a legitimate short film down the road with a crew and script and everything. I'd love to do that.
Oh yeah. So the question is, would we ever want to? We do want to, but it's just about timing and
it's about time. It's about money
to do that.
Actually, it's hard making something.
Yeah. Who's this question from, Matt?
Cam the Manly Man said, if you ever got busy to the point where you can't handle it, would you consider hiring a fan or someone else as an assistant? No. This person asks, are you serious about getting that Squidward tattoo, Matt? Yes, I would. Okay, real talk, though.
Can we make a video all about it?
Would
you do it for a video?
Yes.
Be honest with me. Would you?
I would get it small somewhere where I can't see it, and someone else would have to pay for it.
It would be, I'd say get it on, your upper thigh. Upper back thigh.
And I get it small in case I really wanted to get it lasered off.
Yeah.
If somebody... I really would. I do a video out of it. Yeah, that's what it would be. I'd get Squidward's head, but I wouldn't want to pay with that my own money because that's such a regrettable thing. If people wanted to crowdfund me getting the Squidward tattoo, I'd totally do it.
I'd pay for you to get that. That's like a $50 tattoo.
They're that cheap?
For a tattoo that small?
Really?
It's about time and how big it is. It's like...
And he has no reference, so
the tattoo that I got was $200 and something, I think.
Oh, wow.
That's because the guy was nice. I wouldn't go to any place out here. Tattoos are expensive out here. I'd go back to South Carolina. There's a really nice place that I went to that I recommend that I think he would do it. The guy that did my Iron Giant tattoo, he does cartoon characters. That's his thing.
So we could do Squidward.
Yep, exactly.
Nah, I don't want him. He does cartoon characters. He probably knows what Squidward looks like.
You could get the guy that does the scary. You get the guy that does the scary skulls, and he does all the vines and roses.
The guy that does
the
scary skulls.
Yeah, he does all the scary skulls.
I really want,
including you.
I really want someone that's like a hardcore biker kind of tattoo guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
They would not know what Squidward looks like.
The I Heart Mom guy with the arrow through the heart. He does that type of stuff. So he's very detailed. So drawing cartoon stuff is not his forte. So I feel like if you tried to do Squidward,
You'd probably draw a fucking terrifying humanoid squid.
You should, dude, get a Squidward skull as a tattoo.
What would Squidward's
A
skull look
Squidward
like?
skull and crossbones.
Because the trademark thing about Squidward is his nose, and there's no bone in there. Unless he drew the nose
Then
as a
just
bone.
make it. Then on the tattoo, have the nose be like nailed onto the skull.
Oh my god.
No, how about this? How about this? No, this is even better. How about you get me to draw the Squidward, and you have to get that image tattooed onto you.
Okay, yeah, I would totally do that.
Okay, yeah.
For those of you who don't know,
And I can't use any references. Like I know what
No.
it looks like, but I can't trace it or anything.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, in an earlier podcast,
We talked about this on the Sindago podcast, I think. as
oh,
well.
was it on the Sindago podcast?
I think it was originally. That's I just
Yes,
remember.
it was. Back in Syndigo days, on one of the podcast episodes, I said that I had this idea of I wanted to get a tattoo of Squidward, but I wanted to not let the tattoo artist have any reference to what Squidward looked like. So I just see what I would get, because that came from a dream, I think, that whole idea. So maybe Ryan can draw Squidward, and then I'll get him tattooed on me. Might have to make a video of that. If you guys really, really want to see that, let us know in the comments, because maybe that will happen.
It might not be worth it since YouTube's kicking our teeth in.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I could get it on my ass.
Would you?
That's probably where I'd prefer to get it, because no one sees that.
I would love that. Okay, we'll see what happens. If you guys really want that, Matt is...
Ryan,
What?
what are the odds you get Herobrine tattooed on your arm?
50?
50?
50.
All right. 3, 2, 1, 24. Oh, two numbers off.
God damn it.
Two numbers off. That would have been legendary if we'd said the same number. God damn it. You would have had a little Steve head on you.
Oh, my lord.
Hold on, let me go on Google real quick.
Okay.
Minecraft Let me just, real quick, I just want to look up Minecraft tattoos.
Moycraft tattoos.
I spelled Moycraft tat. Okay.
These are great.
They're all creepers. These fucking creeper tattoos.
The creeper's got a fucking fedora. Is that a fedora on the creeper with a mustache and shit?
It's a little top hat.
Is that,
that's
no,
a
that's
terrible,
a fedora.
That's a
not
bad
top
tattoo.
hat.
That's a top hat.
No, because it's supposed to be a top hat, but they have it so the brim
It's a little
is
bent,
outward
yeah.
more on one side, and that's a fedora.
Yeah, I can see that. Can you dig it? Okay. Anyway, Ryan, on to the next question.
Okay. The next question.
Matt, please funny scream.
This question comes from Hail to the King. I guess it's at Hail to the King. Sorry. Any recent movies that you recommend? Matt and I recently we just got done watching this movie.
Took days. Finally did it. We got done.
Matt and I went to go see a movie called Phoenix Forgotten, which is a found footage movie. That it's not a horror movie.
Wikipedia actually classified it as a psychological
Thriller,
horror thriller, I think.
Thriller, okay.
So,
But it kind of deals with the Phoenix Lights, which is that really cool
phenomenon that happened in 1997.
Mhm.
Real, you can look it up. It's the biggest mass UFO sighting in history.
Don't just say they're flares. The
They're not
Phoenix
flares.
Lights
They don't
weren't
move like
fucking
that.
Flares. Not just that, but they said the flares went off at 10 when the lights were shown at 9. So, hello. It looks like the flares they dropped were just a distraction, so
Yep.
they could. Those were flares. Yeah, but what about the thing an hour beforehand, numbnuts?
Ryan, dude, you're gonna get killed by the government.
Damn.
They're gonna hear you and they're gonna kill you for
Is it-
exposing the Phoenix Lights.
No, they're gonna tell YouTube to stop monetizing his videos because they're.
They probably already did that for something. Remember we made fun of the IRS like
Yeah.
a long time ago? When we made fun of the IRS back in like July, I guarantee that's why we're being shitted
shitted
on now. We're being shitted.
Yeah, we're being
Thanks
shitted.
IRS. Now we're being shitted.
But I enjoyed it. You
Yes.
know, it's probably one of my favorite found footage films. I didn't like Paranormal Activity that much. The first Blair Witch Project is good. The one that they just put out was really bad, and I didn't like.
Bad. Oh.
There was something about this movie. I was telling Matt when we got out. It felt like this person was actually interested in the Phoenix Lights and aliens and stuff like that. It felt like this person was interested in that. Not only that, but getting the technology right for the movie.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things about this movie was most found footage movies, you know, they cannot get the fucking technology side of it right.
It's that effect they put that's a glitch in the camera.
Or they'll put like a
glitch
fake
effects.
Yeah, or like a VHS
which
effect,
HD
like
cameras
super
don't
bad.
fucking do those glitch effects.
I know, like they'll have it go staticky, and they'll make when they make technology make little beeping sounds like it's like it doesn't do that. Stop. But this movie got the technological side of like a VHS movie down perfectly.
Like one of the quote unquote protagonists is a kid who likes filmmaking, who likes documentaries and aliens and stuff. So, and they played that well because there's a part where he's using his camcorder, and you know, on camcorders where you used to have like you could create the it's in a like a pixelated font, but you could put titles on the screen.
You could
like
create your own titles. I did that all the time.
And he had a song in the background, and the song didn't play continuously into the next shot
because he's
amateur.
Shots,
which is like this little.
I
stuff
did the
like
same
that,
thing.
Which I don't know. Maybe it's because you and I are so interested in the Arizona desert, Area 51 aliens, just that type of stuff, that this movie kind of was much better.
Yeah.
For us than, I don't know. I'm not really interested in ghost movies that much. They're all very goofy.
Yeah, but alien movies,
all so goofy.
Like UFOs, that piques my interest.
Exactly. So. And I think it's easy to make a forest scary. Sometimes in filmmaking, it's hard to make a desert scary.
Because it's so open.
Yeah.
And forest has trees and spooky shadows.
It plays on claustrophobia. Did I say that right?
Plays on claustrophobia?
Is claustrophobia a thing? It is.
Claustrophobia. It's when you're scared.
Why does that not sound like a word
claustrophobia?
To me?
Does sound like a word.
To me, like right now, I'm talking about from my perspective. It's not all about you, Matt.
You need to fucking die then, Ryan.
Claustrophobia.
Would you eat your pit?
Sounds goofy. Anyways.
Would you eat your shit and piss to survive?
What?
I'm reading questions. Donald Trump tweeted, hold on. Using anyone in the Grumps office, whose characteristics, body parts, would you assemble to create the perfect human? Vernon. I mean, you wouldn't have to combine him with anyone else.
Perfect already.
Yeah, he's already perfect, so.
Have you guys smoked weed?
You guys smoked weed.
Shade Wolf asks, do you plan to keep doing similar videos as the one you uploaded today or not? The video is the vlog, the newest, I guess, vlog thing we did.
3 guys have a great time.
Which is funny to say, we've been enjoying doing that and the podcast a lot more than the gaming content recently.
Yeah, we love doing the podcast, and we really enjoy making those just weird. Because the reason I like those videos, like the bizarre live action ones, is because it's kind of like just like an editing playground.
Yeah.
It's like you
kind of sit down when we go out and film. It's just fun.
Yeah, you just film random shit. There's no pressure, and then you sit down and you're like, all right, how can I edit this? And
make something
weird?
Out of it.
Yeah. So this person said, how do you feel about fans coming up to you in public to ask for a picture? I always welcome that.
Exactly.
If you ever recognize us or see us out in public, do not be afraid to come up and say hey. We love that.
Some people did that recently, and I think, at least from my perspective, when people come up to me, I get nervous.
Yeah, I do too.
Not just as much as them. Probably about sometimes just as much as them. But it's, I don't know, meeting strangers and just, I'm not used to that aspect of YouTube, I guess, because Super Mega isn't this big, oh my God, it's Super Mega.
Yeah, so every time, we're in a movie theater or something, it doesn't happen that often, but every now and then someone will come up to us and be like, hey, I really like your videos. It means a shit ton.
I'm very appreciative to the people that take the time and actually are like, hey, enjoy your work. Oh, can we take a picture? I'm always happy to take a picture with people. Always happy to just have a short little conversation. Why did you say short little conversation? Because if you try to have a long conversation and I have to use the restroom, I'm going to pee.
Continue that conversation in the restroom. So if you ever see Ryan in public, don't talk. Just wait until you see him go into a restroom and then go confront him.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
But really,
give me a little handy.
We really do enjoy seeing you guys out in public. So if you ever see us, come say hey.
Okay, is there any game that you refuse to ever play on the show? If so, what is it? I'm going to answer, and you can agree with me or not, but it's going to be any of the FNAF games.
Yep. I knew you were going to say it.
Although I have to say, the last one was almost too scary to release.
That's what I was going to say. I've never played them because they're just too scary.
Yeah.
Being roommates, do you guys do things that annoy the other?
Yeah. You want to pick a question that a human can read?
Yeah. Here we go. Canadian KR says, so I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated wham I should have for... Okay, I'll pick a real one. All right, here's a question from someone named Ding Dong VG. They said, what if you ended the podcast? I don't know. what if you had an avatar that wasn't blatantly ripping off Rayman Raving Rabbids?
Okay, so next question. Dude, does Bruno Mars is gay, dude?
Rory Asawa says, will you move to Twitch? Simple answer to that is, yeah, Ryan and I are actually both going to be doing Twitch streams starting hopefully pretty regularly coming up soon as YouTube becomes less of a, floatable ship. We're probably going to move more into doing individual streams as well as joint streams. So we're going to make a video about Twitch later on. So
whenever that's ready to be released and all that, we'll
get our
tell
Twitch
you guys.
things up running. But that should be coming pretty soon. So
yep.
Yeah, cool. Ryan, pick a question, please.
Okay. Ode to Sleep asks, what movie should I watch? I recently watched a really good. It's a bit of a family film, but just give it a shot. It's called a Serbian film. I know you may want to back off because, it sounds like it's going to be spoken a different language. That is true, but it's a really nice, heartwarming story, and I think everyone would enjoy it. So,
how do you plan on destroying ISIS?
How do you plan on destroying ISIS?
Probably pray about it.
Okay, and the last question here is from Made Up, and it asks, when will you end the Q&A? Okay, that's a good question. Right now, and we're going to move on with the rest of the podcast.
Thank you, everyone.
Yay!
You asked questions that we answered.
Yay!
Thank you so much. All right, now we're back to the regularly scheduled podcast. You know what I'm saying?
We got some fucking shit to talk to you guys about, okay?
Guys, let's go ahead and just start with the Ming report. Just lead right under that, get that out of the way, because I know all of you...
Crying, spitting.
Thirsty for that right now. Hold on. I feel...
Nauseous?
No.
Throw up. Come on.
Now I have to throw up. I had to burp.
It's okay.
It's one of those burps that's like...
Massage your throat.
Stop.
Come on. Get it out.
Guys, update on Ming. She's gone. And how long has it been? 4 weeks now, probably? 3-4 weeks?
It's been a little over a month.
Has it really?
Since we've No, it's been about 3 weeks since we last seen her.
I don't remember what the last episode was that we confirmed her sighting. I think there might have
almost been 4 weeks, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, there might have been a recent episode where we said we saw her once.
With
but
Ross.
It turned... Was that really it?
It was with Ross, yeah. That was the last time we saw her when she was walking down. We were like, see ya!
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, she's gone, so I'm assuming she's in jail right now.
Or she's going through the treatment or whatever.
Yeah, and if she is, good for her. I hope she's getting help. But if she is in jail, I think it's up to us to bust her out.
We have a lot of ski masks and stuff that you can purchase for us on our Amazon wish list.
We have a wish list
and if you purchase those items, we'll go and break Ming out of jail.
We have an Amazon wish list of things to help us break into the LA county prison.
Yeah,
I don't think that exists. The LA county prison
jail.
Just the big
Isn't
jail.
Prison bigger than
yeah. There's jail, and then there's
prison.
And then there's prison.
Then there's
penitentiary. I don't know what the difference is.
Then there's.
It's all part of the American penal system. Right? The penal system. Help! Ryan's hurt!
Someone's
gonna run in. No updates on Ming. She's been gone. The alleyway has been quiet.
Except for push-ups.
Yeah, push-ups.
Push-ups there every now and then.
But it's quiet. He keeps to himself.
I like push-ups.
Just hangs out in his tracksuit with a shopping cart. He's cool. Very cool. Haven't talked to him.
He's only done push-ups once, and that's his name, so...
You saw him doing push-ups?
Only once.
So, push-ups. Good old push-ups.
Okay,
but,
that was my favorite ice cream. Do you remember those push-ups? Those push-pops that were...
Orange?
Sherbet?
Yes.
The sherbet push-pops?
Yes.
It would hurt the middle of your finger?
Yes, it would.
Your palm.
Yeah. Those were the best, man.
Want to get some of those?
You know what sucks about those,
I want to get back into those. What
you can get them at the store.
What sucks about them, Matt? What sucks about them, huh?
Yeah, the cardboard on them starts to deteriorate and get wet. And Ryan, will you let me speak my opinion without criticizing me?
Sorry.
The cardboard starts to like come off in your mouth. And then like you start getting little bits of cardboard in your mouth. And then I have this weird thing. I'm sure other people have
when
this.
When do you start eating the cardboard?
Last time I had one. And the
Why did you eat the cardboard?
No, because it's wet and soggy, so the cardboard starts breaking off in my mouth.
It's never happened to me.
Well, I had a...
You're going to make people not buy these, and soon they're going to go off
Am I hurting sales?
They're going to go off the shelf.
No, that's not true. I have this thing where like I don't like cardboard in my mouth, and I don't like, it bothers me, so I don't like that.
I don't think most people would like cardboard in their mouth.
But it's really good. The ice cream's amazing.
They're called push pops
it's so
because
smooth.
you push it past the cardboard.
It's a push pop.
You push it above the cardboard, so you're not eat. You don't eat the.
I know you don't
while
eat
it's
the cardboard.
still in the fucking cylindrical cardboard.
I know.
thing.
I don't stick my tongue down in there and like scoop it out.
I picture you eating it like a sandwich. Like you just take a side bite out of the cardboard tube.
No, it just happens. Like to get all the ice cream, especially if it's dripping, you gotta get your mouth on that cardboard, and sometimes it can just get in your mouth.
No, seriously, what's with Flintstones and all the delicious shit? The delicious push pops, fruity pebbles, the vitamins.
Oh, what the hell? Well, yeah. Why are they branded with that stuff? I never thought about that.
Flintstones have their shit together.
That is so weird.
I just made that connection, and I'm like super excited now.
Like what other cartoon characters have branded such like tasty foods?
Not the Jetsons.
Not the fucking Jetsons. No. All the Jetsons got was hemorrhoid cream.
The weird thing is, how is Flintstones still like a fucking?
That's how they lived on, was through Fruity Pebbles, which have nothing to do with the Flintstones.
I know.
Neither do the vitamins or the ice cream. You know what I think it was? Back when the Flintstones were popular, they probably were experimenting with marketing. They're like, hey, if we put the Flintstones on this, kids will want to buy it. And it just stayed popular to this day. So it got, branded in.
But they still have Flintstones brand shit.
Yeah, they do. Because it's not a show anymore unless they rebooted it. But I mean, like, old Flintstones, the brand still lives on without the show.
Do you think kids are like, I love Fruity Pebbles? Back in my day, that was a TV show, not just some scrappy cereal.
I used to watch Fruity Pebbles on the television.
I used to watch Fruity Pebbles on the television. You gotta inform people. Product history. Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles cereal are reintroductions of a low share of market post-children's cereal brand called Sugar Rice Crinkles.
Oh, wait, there's the original working names for the companion cereals were Flint Chips and Rubble Stones, consistent with the appearance of the cereal and the Flintstones' Stone Age imagery. Okay, I get.
Okay, the basic retain the Sugar Rice Crinkles form using. Are they called Sugar Rice Crinkles because they're not puffy like Rice Krispies?
Yeah, they're just crinkles. They're little tiny crinkles.
They're
Man,
so
dude, I want
good.
Fruity Pebbles right now.
The best way to describe they're flakes, right? They're more like flakes.
Yeah, they're little like.
I love Fruity Pebbles. Let me see. My top favorite cereals have got to be Fruity Pebbles, Apple Jacks, the Frosted Rice Krispies. Let's see. What else? What are some? A Banana Nut Crunch is fucking delicious.
Dude, it's all good. Fruity Pebbles.
Okay,
though,
you know what? I have to say, I think cereal overall is my favorite breakfast food.
Oh,
because
dude,
the variety of them.
So much variety, and so it's refreshing because you get cold milk.
You can eat them like chips too if you want. You don't even have to have milk. You can eat them like
totally.
they're chips.
I've never been a fan of that.
Apple Jacks is the only one that I can do that with. Though.
I could do it with Cookie Crisp. I was friends with this kid, and he would every morning for breakfast he would eat a bowl of cereal with no milk, with a spoon in a bowl but no milk. So weird as shit to me, dude. Like that, it just feels wrong. That's like, I don't know, eating soup without microwaving it. I don't know. Oh, I remember they had marshmallow Fruity Pebbles at one point. You know what my current favorite cereal is? Fruit Loops with marshmallows.
Fruit Loops with marshmallows.
Fruit Loops with March Madness.
What is this?
What'd you search? You searched Fruity Pebbles gay. And we got a large black man in a onesie with the
Kool-Aid.
That is. Oh, I just realized this is a racist picture.
Is it? Oh shit! It is.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it now. Okay.
You get the picture?
I get the picture.
The system's going to pick up these things we're saying and demonetize us, Ryan. You know what cereal I've never had is Count Chocula or Boo Berries. I've never had either one of those.
Neither have I. I go to the Captain Crunch berries.
Those are pretty good, but it cuts there's several cereals that really cut up the roof of my mouth. So after I eat them, my mouth hurts.
Captain Crunch is one of those cereals, definitely. Cocoa Puffs is one of those
Cocoa
cereals.
Puffs. What else? Fruit Loops does that for me. Apple Jacks does it for me.
I think Cinnamon Toast Crunch does that.
Just any rough cereal does it. Fruity Pebbles, not really, because they're so small and you can chew them up easy.
Rice Krispies don't do that.
Dude, why don't we just feed our pets Fruity Pebbles from now on?
Sounds good.
It's like pet food.
What would happen? I'm going to look that up. My pet ate Fruity Pebbles.
Why did this happen? Why does Minecraft not want to cooperate? Why is Minecraft being like this? I have no idea. Oh yeah, this is my voice. This is my voice if you like watch these VODs and stuff. This never happens. I never get a crash. This is weird. This is just really weird. So I'm just gonna attempt to get the screenshot. I need a screenshot. I put it in the progress center on multiple discords. Weird. Okay, I might press 3 instead of the F2, but like we'll see it. We'll see how if we can get this screenshot to work. This. Okay. There. Oh well, I don't know why it wasn't working to begin with. Like it just for some reason just out of the blue just crashed. Really weird. Really weird. Anyways, well, this is my voice. I don't ever speak ever. I don't ever speak. You just watch the VOD, and a lot of people have been asking me to like speak and whatnot. So like, in a time of crisis, such as that made me panic, you get to hear my voice, and I mean that's pretty good, right? Yeah, you know, but like, got the water park right over here. Isn't that pretty cool? That's a real place that I built, that I've been to. Awesome. So the water slide could be better, though, but you do have the limitations of blocks, that what you can do with blocks. I really like this park out so far. I usually go here never, but like I remember it so vividly from my childhood. It really hasn't changed a bit. There's usually a playground like right in this area, like a big jungle gym that I'll have to build sometime. And this I want to tell you a little bit of backstory about this train track. So there's this like little toy like children's train cart that you can like, it used to be free, but I think they make you pay for it now. But you could just get on a cart with like your family members and just ride up slowly around this train track to go around the small part of the park. And this playground used to not always be there. It used to just be an open field, and then the train track was here, and that was it. And you know, they had to build the walkway to get across it. But this most of the stuff used to not be here when I was really like around 7 or 8. It used to be just like, I mean, there used to be a full-on skateboard park where this basketball court was, and they tore it down because there was like a lot of drugs going in and out of that place, and they like the city overhauled the entirety of the park to be like, you know, less drug infested, more like family friendly, and yeah, I really could do better on these bridges though. I might work on these later and like make the trench a little bit deeper with the water, because there's like a really huge overhang, like lots of grass that goes in this area, and it should be like 2 blocks deep with a hill, and this bridge should be definitely be longer, because each block is a meter, right? So that's like 6 feet. That's like no, that's 1 meter, so that's like, so 2 blocks is 6 feet, so it's like 3 feet. So this bridge is more like 12 feet long. So I kind of like need to make these bigger, in the sense. There's a little statue that's gonna be put over here eventually. I don't know when I'll get to it, and I need to make these walkways and the pavilions. These are like pavilions. I think a bathroom somewhere over here. There's a pavilion over here, and I really think that this is actually a gazebo, not a pavilion. This is like really tiny. So I'll have to like visit. I'll have to just take a quick drive over there after the stream's over, just to like check and like walk around the park, take some pictures of stuff that I can't find on Google Images, because I want to make this a really accurate representation of the park. And also after we're done with the park area, we'll work on the greenway, because the greenway goes all the way for a really long way, and you know, as you can tell, it's really overgrown. So on Google Maps, you really can't see the greenway anyways. So the best idea I could assume is like just to cut down the areas I need to cut down, and we'll go from there. And also the river needs some work, because it's like 1 block wide, and it's actually just a rushing waterway that you can actually climb down into off the trail. And I would like to see that actually like a thing where you can actually like crawl down the river, just rocks and stuff, and it looks really pretty. It should be like 5 blocks or 6 blocks wide in some places, and about 1 block deep, because you know you can put your feet in it and you won't get swept down the river. Literally a creek that's rushing. It's a nice place to visit, honestly. Lineberger Park is awesome. I love it. It's a great park in Gastonia. And I really like want to work on this more. And let's see, what else could we could probably work on this area. I've never really been on this area of the trail. I just know that it exists. I don't really walk down this way. But I guess it goes into a neighborhood district that's over here, because it's like a shotgun houses. They're like really small, tiny little mill houses that are out here in this area. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know about this trail over here. This was built. This trail, this extension right here, this extension has been here. And the basketball court I've never seen in person. I haven't been here in many years, even though I live right next to it. I just don't ever visit this park. This area over here, I just did all by Google Images, and I've never been in this restaurant, but it's it looks like just like a family-owned restaurant. Anyways, yeah, I like the trees. I like what I did with the trees. I might actually do that for like some areas on certain maps that like need more extra detail that regular Minecraft trees, like, you know, the ones over here just can't give me, you know? Just good for pictures and whatnot. Yeah. So I'm gonna go mute myself again. This is what I sound like. Hey, yeah. Anyways, also there's actually a water park. This is actually a water park area right here. And like there's like multiple areas for like the water parks, like that are extensions of this main water park with the swimming pool. So like I'll have to find those, and they're not like mapped out on the trails and stuff, so I have to go look at them in person if there are any. I just don't remember. Anyways, I'm gonna go mute myself again. Thank you for all the support you've been showing my channel lately and watching the streams. I really appreciate commenting down, saying like, hey, I really like this video. Oh, hey, keep the grind going, like one person said. Yeah, I'm speaking to you. I saw that comment. I read all the comments. I read every single comment, and I really just really like it that people enjoy watching these streams, and it really warming in my heart that people will actually care about this content, even though I'm not like editing any of it, and people still enjoy it. Like there are just some inklings of people that actually, you know, there's small groups of people that actually really like the stuff that I'm doing, and I'm just gonna keep pumping it out, because honestly I enjoy waking up every morning. It's like my routine. I wake up, I eat breakfast, and I immediately jump on the computer, and everything else in the day comes after the stream. You know, I really enjoy it, and I did start to stream, much later than I usually start. I usually start around 12 p.m. You know, like maybe 7 minutes after 12, but like I usually try to start it. I start booting up the stream around 12. So, and like usually the streams will last either from 12 to 2 o'clock or 12 to 3 o'clock. You know, it just really depends. And I really like to do this. So we're almost at 400 subscribers. And recently I wanted to do a video on how many views I've gotten in total, because I just reached 100,000 views recently, but I don't know what to put in the 100,000 view video that on my channel, what people would actually like to see. So I wanna ask you guys what part of what video just like just like comment it. Like just start going on the videos that you like, and then I'll read the newer comments on the older videos, and just say like put a time marker of like this is what I want in the video. Like this would be like really cool to see in the 100,000 view video, because we're at 106,000 views. That's pretty sweet, you know. Like and like I usually get turned down by many people for like content creating with other people, because you know they just don't want to see this stuff. They don't want to see. They don't want to like work with me because I don't have the subscriber count. I just have the view count, but they don't look at the view count, and I have to say it to them, and they don't believe me, or they just don't care. Because you know what's all really good in the world is like that subscriber range. You know, people want that subscriber range to work with. That's what makes you popular. Well, really, honestly, it's about what you how much effort you put in your videos is what makes you good. That's in my opinion. And I'm sure a lot of people agree. Like, yeah, you can have 100,000 you can have 100,000 subscribers and be like, just uploading Call of Duty Black Ops 2 zombies on an Xbox microphone with like nothing, and like no one's watching your videos. You know why? Because you're not putting any effort into them. And I plan on making some. You know, like remember that one video I made, where I showcased all the stuff that I did in the Build the Earth, for like the beginning, the old projection of like Cramerton. I think I called it the most beautiful video you'll ever see. In Minecraft, I am in workings. I'm going to make another video for the new projection. Once I get like more stuff put into the game, I'm gonna like make a whole nother video, and I'm gonna put another song with it. That's, you know, it is copyrighted, but like, hey, like I'm not gonna make any money off of it anytime soon. I'm just trying to be out here trying to make a really fun video for like a bunch of people to watch, and maybe it gets popularized, and that's okay with me. Like as long as like I am making something that is people like to see, I will feel like, you know, I can continue making it. And even if it's not a lot of people, I don't care. I like it that just some people like it. My friends like it. My family might like it. My family loved that video that I made. And they thought, and they don't ever watch my videos. And I just showed it to them. I was like, oh wow, Zachary, you're really good. You're really good at making this video editing. Like you do what you say you do. You know? They're being more supportive now, and they say like the streaming. Yeah, I mean like, you know, ever since I started streaming, I felt like I could just sit back and I could just relax, and like it's more like a gradual growth, and I'm really enjoying it. Really good. Anyways, enough blabbering. You know, I'm gonna like mute myself. I'm gonna go right back in. I'm gonna start the podcast back up. We're gonna continue building, and yeah, go ahead and do that. Start the podcast back up.
Beagle that I love to death I knocked some of the bowl, blah blah blah. She ended up eating 5 or 6 pieces. That's boring. 5 or 6 pieces? You think your dog's gonna burn in hell for eternity?
Yes.
That's not how it works. Can I feed my dog Fruity Pebbles?
No.
Best answer, no. Fruity Pebbles, sugar, sugar, sugar.
Why would you, like, they had so she said we ran out of dog food. Can I feed my dog Fruity Pebbles? Instead of taking the time just to go out and buy dog food, she took the time to get on her Yahoo account and write a post asking if she can feed her dog Fruity Pebbles, and then wait for the responses. This was also 9 years ago.
Dogs can eat rice?
You know, I think my favorite cereal of all time, though, are Conios.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I've never had those.
Yeah, Joseph Kony cereal.
Stop that.
Remember when Kony 2012 was like the big thing for a month?
I was either a junior or a senior in high school when that was like going on.
It's 2012, so yeah.
I was a senior.
I would have been a sophomore in high school. But I remember that was like the biggest thing for a week, and everyone's like, we gotta stop Kony! And when the creator of the film like was jerking off in public, got caught jerking off in public with that's not how you spell Kony. You spelled it like the like the hot dog from Sonic.
Shit, it still comes up with it.
Dude, he really do you realize how many kids he probably sealed their fate by doing that little J.O. stunt?
That sucks.
Think about it.
He just went crazy?
Because
why did he go crazy, though? Was he on drugs?
I think, yeah, he was. I think that it's just weird that ultimately he sealed a lot of kids' fate in a way by doing that, because then people lost steam for the Coney train, so then nothing ever really happened with it.
Yeah.
He kind of delegitimized his documentary, which had a good point. I watched that documentary ages ago. I don't remember anything about it. Is he still kicking it? Coney, is he still out there?
Still around? I have no idea. Let's see. I'm gonna look. Let's see if it comes up with his death date. No.
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
Coney's still kicking it.
He's born in 1961 in Uganda.
Oh, Uganda.
He's my height.
All right, Ryan. Recently, you told me about a dream you had, and I wanted you to share it on the podcast.
Oh, was it the first dream I can remember?
Yes.
The first dream I can remember is basically I was like walking down this dark alleyway that led into this kind of big courtyard area where there were a bunch of brick buildings surrounding it. And so I went into this area, and all of a sudden I hear like this cackling, and I look up at one of the walls of the buildings, and it's the shadow of this witch, with a hat and nose and everything. So there's the shadow of a witch boiling my dad in a cauldron. So, and then I woke up right after that, but that was the first dream I had, was walking into this courtyard and seeing the shadow of a witch boiling my dad in a big old cauldron.
But I wrote this down, and I wrote something about killing fish.
Huh?
I wrote
killing fish.
When you told me this, I wrote it down, and I wrote down Ryan dreams silhouette of witch boiling dad killing fish.
No one was killing fish.
You killed a fish or something.
No, I didn't.
No, I wrote this down for a reason.
I'm sorry that you
killing
wrote it down
fish.
Wrong.
Did you kill a fish as a kid?
No.
Wait, then what?
I don't remember any discussion recently of us talking about.
No,
fish.
it had to do with
this dream.
You had a dream about.
It was a dream of my dad being boiled in a cauldron by a witch.
No, dude, I
promise.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying there was something else that prompted me to write down on the same sentence, killing fish. I put boiling dad, killing fish.
Did it autocorrect it into something?
No, dude, killing fish.
I think you're just.
I'm not making it up, Ryan.
Fuck.
Why are you dropping your keyboard? You just
not even my keyboard.
You just scooted your mic over towards me.
I didn't mean to.
Look, Ryan, I'm speaking into both mics now. Check it out. I don't know what it sounds like, but I'm speaking. I got both mics pointed. Boom. Now Ryan's doing it. He's got both mics at his mouth.
Hey everybody, I'm speaking into both mics.
Dude, oh man, we should get one of those like ASMR mics where it's like someone's head with two ears, and we could do our podcast ear to ear.
We could.
Are we mixing it up now? Are we doing?
It's just this is the comfortable position.
Now I'm on the floor and I have the mic pointed at me.
It's comfortable.
I'm getting a cramp in my arm.
I'm sorry. We changed positions to see if it's comfortable. I'm in a comfortable position.
I'm pretty comfortable. I can do the podcast like this.
It looks like I'm bowing to Mecca. Leave a like on this video if you bow to Mecca at least once a day. See how many likes we get.
Yeah, because it's the biggest religion in the world.
Yeah, I'm serious.
A lot of people.
We'll get a bunch of likes, and then all the money's gonna come pouring in.
No, it won't, Ryan, because we say words in our podcast that are going to get us demonetized.
Like what word?
Mecca.
Mecca's not going to get us banned. Mecca's a cool place. Have you ever been?
Have you ever been to Mecca?
I was walking around. There was a little lemonade stand. I was like, hey, can I have some lemonade? And the dude was like, sure, here's some lemonade. Welcome to Mecca. And I was like...
Is Mecca in Russia now? Is it in this?
It was just some Russian guy.
Where is Mecca?
Where's Mecca?
My favorite emoji is the Mecca emoji. That's a real emoji. It's the Mecca emoji.
I know. You know what my favorite emoji is?
What?
The water gun.
No, they replaced the real gun with the water gun.
It's a joke. It's not my favorite emoji. I just think it's stupid because they still have a bomb on there.
Dude, they have a bunch of weird what's the most? I don't know why they add half of these because they're missing some fundamental emojis that I am
like.
Why don't they have
the middle finger?
No, they still have the middle finger.
Yet they don't want a gun on there. But we can have a bomb.
Yes. They have what appears to be a vegan wrap. They've got a bugle or whatever that type of horn is called.
A bugle horn.
A bugle horn.
Like those delicious chips.
They've got an emoji that's two chains. I don't know why they have that.
2 chains.
Oh, because the funny rap man. Yeah.
I doubt that's why.
There's the water gun. They've got a rosary. That's what the beads are called, right?
Yeah.
What's the little prayer beads?
Little beads.
Not to be confused with the ones you stick in your bum.
It's called the little beads.
The little beads?
Little beads.
And Christ said, "Oh, pray with little beads. Use your little beads every day. Think of me. Think of me when you use those beads."
Now, I know this may seem weird, but if those beads go to a special little place and tickle your little bead...
Sacrilege, Ryan. Sacrilege.
It's not sacrilege. Jesus is sacrilege against Judaism.
That's true. That's true.
So-
Take him to court, Jews. Oh,
They did.
They did, yeah. Oops.
You know, I'm not judging. I'm not judging anyone that put our Christ on a cross.
No, I would never judge someone that put my Christ on a cross.
God damn it.
Oh, I accidentally just sent the emojis I was typing to Ding Dong. Whoops. Sorry, Ding Dong. If you got 2 chains and a rosary, you'll know why now. But he doesn't listen to our podcast. Julian does, though.
Julian's a very nice boy.
I have no idea if Dingus Dong listens to our podcast.
Actually, Julian just says he listens to our podcast. Hey,
No.
Julian, if you don't get a text or any sort of response,
I'm not
then we'll
talking to
know.
you.
Then we'll know.
Julian, I'm not
We'll know
talking to
you're
you.
a big little liar.
I am not talking to you until you respond to this. So if you're wondering why I'm ignoring you,
Love you,
it's-
Julian.
He wouldn't know unless he even listens. But he's brought stuff up before, like, oh yeah, when you guys talked on the podcast. So I was like, Julian, how'd you know that? And he's like, I listen. I was like,
He listened
Julian,
for 10 seconds so we could butter us up for recording sessions.
that son of a bitch, I knew it. I'm waiting for that text, Julian. I'm waiting for that text.
We need to hang out with them more.
Yeah, they're a sweet couple of dudes.
Watch some VHS tapes with them.
Hey Ryan,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some random letters. All right,
Okay.
and then I want you to give me the best sentence you can form with those letters.
What are you
Like an acronym. Like BTAHK. Give me something with that, dude. As fast as you can. Just give me something, Ryan.
Benjamin Trank's annoying honesty connection, but connection with a K.
No, it's got to make
connection.
sense.
Okay, okay, Matt.
Trank's
Okay, here's
annoying
one
honesty
for you.
connection?
Let's do TYULKM. Go.
Thank you, Uncle. Let's kill men.
Oh, like a sentence? I thought
Yeah.
you meant like a. Oh, that's goofy. Okay. Go.
All right, Ryan. GTBCSAP.
George Timberden butt fucked
No.
Cindy saying, Allah, thank you. There you go.
A lot of those were 2 words, Ryan.
Butt fucked is 1 word.
Butt fucked is
Butt
okay. It's
fucked
1 word.
is
Thank you.
a
Thank you is 2 words though.
What?
Thank you is 2 words.
Okay, Matt, I got one for you. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
ZZZYZQQT. No, sorry. TY, yeah.
You want to see me do it?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on, I'm thinking.
You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You're determined. I mean, I can make another one for you.
No. Keep that one. Zany, zealous zebras yelled, "Zoinks! Quit queefing."
No, Matt. Queefing?
That's a word.
It's gross, though. It's
Okay,
gonna get us
fine.
age restricted.
Quit quarreling to yourselves.
Okay. That was a good one.
How's that one? Zany I don't even remember what I said now.
What's my next one?
Let's do words. Just do chicken. Do the word chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me something.
Colonized hypocrites in California killing each other nightly. That work? Okay, I'll give you a word. Let's do the word bubble.
Bubble?
Yeah, bubble.
Oh, that's tricky. All right. All right. Blown up big boys lean everywhere.
Okay,
Blown up big boys lean everywhere, Ryan.
They do. They just lean everywhere. It's because they're blown up and they can't stand up.
Gotta lean everywhere, dude.
Do you ever scratch your nuts by pinching the sack and then
Twisting?
Twisting.
It's the old pinch and twist. That's the oldest thing in the book. Everyone knows that one, dude.
Okay, good.
It's the old pinch and twist.
What's the next
That really
word?
is something I know.
What's the next word for me? We'll each do one more.
All right, we'll do one more. I'm gonna give you a hard one. Ready?
Okay.
Electronics.
Every lizard ever cuts Tyler ridiculously on new internet cuck sessions. Okay, there we go.
Every lizard ever cuts Tyler ridiculously on new internet cuck sessions. That's good, dude. That sounds like a YouTube title.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. You get one more.
I'm imagining a room where imagining Tyler the creator is watching his wife get fucked and he's being cut by lizards.
I got one for you, Matt. Are you ready?
Yeah. Elijah Wood. I think there's an H in there, actually.
Is there an Elijah Wood?
Is there?
Elijah Wood. At an H at the end? Yeah.
Okay. Throw an H in there. You want me to use Elijah Wood's name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elijah Wood. That means these are two separate sentences.
Okay.
Here's the finale. We got Matt doing Elijah Wood.
It's the only time you're ever going to hear the sentence. This is the finale. We got Matt doing Elijah Wood. I do Elijah Wood. He's hot.
I like Elijah Wood. He's a cute little boy. He's a grown man, though. He's older than me.
Every Lithuanian is just a hag. Every Lithuanian is just a hag. Period.
New sentence. Will our oceans die? Okay.
Every Lithuanian is just a hag. Will our oceans die?
This is how Elijah Wood's parents came up with his name. They just said random sentences and then...
That's a question they were asking the night of his birth. They said...
They're also kind of racist against...
Lithuanians.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Dude, I want to go to Lithuania. Am I even saying that right? Lithuania? I don't know.
What is that? What's at Lithuania? What's in Lithuania?
I think it's actually a dictatorship. I believe
that looks like the Armenian flag.
They all look the same. Not the people.
What's
the
the
flags.
Armenian flag then?
Armenian flag is red, orange, and blue. Yeah, that's it. It's like red, blue, and orangey yellow.
I don't like flags that are so lazy that it's just three stripes of different colors.
They're kind of cool though. I kind of like that. I like 3 stripes.
It seems
of colors.
very. This is gonna sound weird, but I just attribute it to communism.
Well, I mean, most of these countries, like Armenia, was they're part of the Soviet Union. Same with Lithuania. I think that was part of the Soviet Union. Yeah, it was part of the Soviet bloc.
What's your favorite flag?
My favorite flag. Oh, jeez. I'll be honest, dude. The North Korean flag is fucking awesome looking.
You like the North Korean flag?
Yeah, it looks really cool. Have you seen it?
Let's see.
North Korea has a really badass flag. So does South Korea.
That is a cool flag.
Yeah, North Korea's got a really cool flag.
What's Australia's flag?
It's like dark blue with white little things.
Oh.
Yeah, Australia's flag looks like
looks dumb.
It looks like someone threw it together in Microsoft Paint. It like they took the British flag and just scaled it down.
Yeah, like a JPEG of the British flag, scaled it down,
and then got like one of the brush tools that has different stars and just like stuck them around.
They took assets from the American flag, took the blue and the stars, and then just made the stars different sizes.
It looks like in like a computer class where they were like, all right, class, today we're going to be designing our own flags in Photoshop.
Not a flag.
That is the Australian flag. Bring Ross in here.
That's so goofy looking. Wait, it looks like no one gave a shit.
What is the uniform? I know what the stars represent, because another name for Australia is the Starlands, because each star represents a different colony in Australia, I think.
And do you think this has anything to do with the geological placement of those areas?
Dude, I don't know. That looks awful. I'm sorry, Australia. I'm sorry. This looks bad.
That's a piss poor flag. Let's commentate on flags.
That's the best way to describe it. Is piss poor.
Okay. Now the next flag. Maybe New Zealand does it better.
Let's see. I don't know any countries. Are you kidding me? It's the same flag, just with like different star locations, and they're kind of red.
New Zealand. As much as I love,
they're not even organized stars.
I love the people's accents that come. I love the people's accent.
That is not New Zealand. That's like Jamaica. Look at the Jamaican flag.
Jamaican flag is cool.
I love a New Zealand man. Jamaican flag. You type. Okay, Jamaica's got a really cool flag.
That's a really nice.
That's a cool flag.
I love the colors in that.
Dude, we could smoke weed to that flag. You know what I'm saying?
Every day.
All right, Ryan. Let's do an honest criticism of the American flag.
I'm going to be honest. The American flag isn't bad.
It's not bad, but I don't think it's good. It's just kind of boring. It's stripes.
It's a lot less boring than the fucking 3 stripes.
That's true. That's true. And there's symbolism behind. I'm sure every country has symbolism behind its flag. The American flag is like,
it looked better when it had a circle.
Yeah,
of stars.
it's just, I don't know. I feel like
it looked better when we had less states.
It looks a little outdated, is what I'm saying. It's just kind of like a box with stars in it and some stripes.
Oh, you know whose flag I actually really like?
Who?
The Hawaiian flag.
Oh, dude, we haven't even gotten to state flags.
Have you looked at the Hawaiian flag?
That's the Hawaiian flag.
Look at that.
Oh, whoa,
Isn't that
super
crazy?
cool. Yeah. Wait, which one is it? No, it's
this one. The Hawaiian national flag.
You sure it's not the one that's everywhere else?
No, that's the state flag.
Oh.
That's like the flag of. I'm talking about like the national flag.
Whatever
the royal flag.
That is really cool.
The one that's really trippy looking.
I really like the Confederate flag a lot. It means a lot to me. You know what
Okay,
flag?
let's actually take apart the Confederate flag.
All right, take all meaning behind it. Let's just look at it. It's a cool flag. I'm just gonna say it's a fucking cool looking flag.
It's a decent flag. Okay.
Like, okay, no, all race, like every political aspect of it aside, it's a cool flag. Hold on, Ryan, let me hold the keyboard real quick.
One more flag.
This is about the flag.
I want to show you.
Okay, then I gotta show you some.
Have you ever seen the North Dakota flag?
No, I have not.
Have you not? Oh, where is it?
Do they not have a flag?
Oh, I didn't type in state.
Oh, you didn't type the flag.
State flag. Whoa.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I just like that it looks like a children's drawing.
Oh, dude, you want to talk children's drawings? Let me hold that keyboard.
Okay. The North Dakota flag just looks like it.
All right.
I remember I went there and I saw the flag. I was like, this looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old.
You want to talk 4-year-olds? We're heading on over to Liberia. Liberia is divided into counties.
By the way, people, feel free to look up these flags as we're talking about them so you have context.
Guys, I am serious. Ryan, I'm not making up what I'm about to show you, okay?
Okay.
These are the legitimate flags of the counties of Liberia, all right?
Okay. What?
That's a legitimate flag.
That's by a 4-year-old.
No, look at these.
What is this?
That's a hand grab and a bronze cock. What is this? Guys, okay, if you have access to a computer right now, please go look up Liberia County flags. Or you know what, dude? I'll throw these in the video. Okay?
That one with the dragon isn't real.
No, that's if like countries had to do it. These are real flags, though. All right, I'll throw these up in the video of Liberia. Look at this.
Make sure they're actually. Whoa. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I gotta share with you.
Oh, dude. Japanese prefectures? See, wait, click that real quick.
Which one?
Japanese prefectures. Dude, Japanese prefectures have the coolest fucking flags you've ever seen.
Those are nice.
All of these are different Japanese prefecture
flags. This one's my favorite.
The Hello Kitty one. Look how cool those are, though. Japan got it down with the flags.
Is it I think the Chinese flag is really awesome.
With the big red star?
Yes, I love the Chinese flag.
China has a cool flag.
I just like that it's just red.
Red and yellow with the...
Oh, yeah, you like red, don't you?
Fucking communist.
Commie. But anyways, back to states. You don't know what some of the state flags look like.
So what is South Carolina? South Carolina's got a palm tree.
South Carolina. I like the South Carolina flag I like
it too because it doesn't reflect any like politics.
I do not like the North Carolina flag.
What's the North Carolina flag?
It's like I'll just look it up. Ah, fuck.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's this. It just looks boring.
I don't like flags that look old.
That looks like a flag that's advertising a military base.
Yeah, I don't like flags. Well, I mean, essentially, I guess that's what it was. Like that's what they were for back in the day.
Fuck it. The times have changed. You got to make a cool looking flag.
Make a fucking awesome flag. Do you think America will ever change its flag to be something epic?
If we bomb Hawaii.
I think Japan's got a cool flag. It's really simple. It's white with just a red circle. That's a cool flag.
Have you the Iraq flag?
No, I've not seen the Iraq.
Have you not?
Yes, wait. Yes, I have.
I really like Arabic flags.
Yeah, it's cool. It's totally
like
cool.
Middle Eastern flags.
It's got Arabic on it. I like the colors too. You got the red, you got the white, the black, and then the green text.
They have the 3 stripes, but they have something in the center that kind of makes.
That's the thing. I think the stripes on flags, like you got multiple stripes, you need something else to go along with it.
Exactly.
You know, to give it like put some stars in there, put a circle.
Let me show you a flag that's gonna make you go, oh, come on.
Oh, I already know what the France flag looks like. It's just a big white square because all they do is surrender. You know what I'm saying?
They got to keep that white there so they can fold the blue and the red behind it just in case they have to surrender.
Man, I mean, France. I like the colors. I like the flag. It's a nice looking flag. But now look up the Russian flag. They look pretty much the exact same, just kind of flipped around.
But what looks?
See,
I'm gonna say the French flag looks better than the Russian flag.
I think so too. Yeah, I like the Soviet flag. I think that the hammer and sickle design looks really cool.
They messed up with the Russian flag because it has white as the top color.
And you know, when they were designing the Russian flag way back in the day, they should have said, you know, for Google image search, we shouldn't make this white so people can see it better.
Okay, we got. There's one more flag that I want to share with you. Do you know the Rhode Island flag?
No, dude.
Really? I don't know why I say that. Like that would surprise you.
You don't know the Rhode Island flag? That's look at this really boring.
I know.
It's just white.
It's just
with an anchor.
It's just like it looks like if a college student just got their first job in graphics design, but they could only use clip art. You would get the
like
Rhode Island
default
flag.
shapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can only use the default Photoshop shapes.
Yep.
Look up
This is the last flag. You get the show me, Matt.
Okay, fine. Look up Sealand.
Sealand?
Mm-hmm.
Like sea?
Mm-hmm. Sealand flag. Do you know about Sealand?
No. Oh,
that's
I really like that flag.
No, that's Sealand and the right, yeah, and that right seat to the right. That's Sealand, yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah, this guy bought like an old oil rig and declared it as a country.
Wait,
so
what?
Yeah, look it up. The Principality of Sealand. It's a real thing.
I have to say though that the reason I like the flag, even though it is 3 solid colors, is because of the varying shapes,
the varying sides of the triangles.
Size, yeah.
I just realized people are just going to be sitting here like I'm listening to 2 guys talk about flags and like I have no idea what the flags
Go
look
to
like.
Google Images and look up the fucking flags, or Matt will have them on the. No, don't put them all on the screen.
I'll put them on the screen.
You're gonna put them all on the screen.
It'll make more people watch it on YouTube. That way, we can actually make money off of our podcast.
I don't want to be the one to sound like an asshole, but I always thought the gay pride flag was kind of lazy.
Oh, I love the gay pride flag. I love rainbow.
I like it better when they incorporate the gay pride flag into other flags. I don't like the gay pride flag on its own because it just looks like a color palette.
Yeah.
I think like when they incorporate it into like other designs like this, the gay flag with the Jewish star dead
the
center.
Star of David.
Yeah.
No, wait. I got another flag for you. This one's kind of cool.
Okay.
Look up Cascadia. It's not a real country, but it's the country that
that image they used of the tree could have been better though.
I love the colors though. Like if they got a good looking tree, you know what Cascadia is? Cascadia is the suggested country of California, like Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and part of California, I think. Like if they separated from the United States and became their own country, it'd be called Cascadia, and that's the flag.
I have to give a round of applause to Canada because I really like their design and I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah, it's a little maple leaf. That's so cool.
And the colors are nice. Whenever you get red and white, those colors work really well together.
Yeah, like what the Nazis did.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Super Mega Podcast.
Yeah, episode 40. Next week is episode 41, baby.
41? That's how old we're going to be one day.
Yeah.
I hope.
I really hope I make it to 41. Well, guys, thanks for listening. We got more episodes next week. You know, maybe next week we might have a Ming report for you guys. So keep it tuned for that. And if you haven't subscribed already to our channel, why don't you hit that subscribe button? And if you haven't listened to our other podcasts, we have... Hey guys, welcome to Super Mega Cast, the Super Mega Podcast. This is episode 41.
Would have been 42.
Would have been 42, except we recorded this episode for an hour and a half, and we had a great time, and we got out and realized that
it was probably one of the better podcast recordings. It was very fluid.
Had a good time, talked about some fun stuff, and then we got out and looked at the audio and saw that my microphone was off, so...
That was fun.
It only picked up Ryan's audio.
So I'm glad that now you guys know that there was a good podcast recorded that you will never hear. But
it still exists. I mean, we have it. You just my voice. You hear Ryan's voice perfectly, and then mine's just.
Oh, Matt. So what do you think of the Nintendo Switch? Okay, that's cool.
That's what it sounded like. My voice was incredibly quiet, and Ryan's was booming.
Look at those audio waves. Why are they white?
They had some white in there. What the hell?
What is the white? The way it looks like someone went into Photoshop, cut out the audio waves from a white background,
yeah, and pasted them in. Sorry, we're looking at the audio waveform for our podcast, and it looks different.
Sorry
than
to
normal.
Anyways, Matt, there's some serious topics we need to discuss. First of all, being your racism against Mediterranean people.
Not Mediterranean people, Mediterranean food.
Well, you don't like the food because you don't like the people who make it.
That's not true. I just don't like the food.
Then why don't you like the food?
Okay, I don't hate Mediterranean food.
The people.
I don't. No. It's not my favorite, man.
What? You said it's because the rice is too long?
Yeah, the rice is too long.
What do you mean the rice is too long? Like,
that's a valid reason not to like...
No, how is that Okay, how do you feel the length of rice in your mouth? If it's only like half a grain longer than regular rice.
You feel the length. You know, like, I like short, sticky rice. And then Mediterranean rice is
You like Asian white sticky rice.
I do like that. Like, and Mexican rice, too. Mediterranean rice is twice as long. It's long grain rice. It feels weird in my mouth. I don't like it.
If it was moist, do you think it would be better? But since it's dry, you're like,
Yeah, I
this
think that...
long piece of grain in my mouth isn't as appetizing as I thought it would be.
Yeah. I think if it was more moist, I feel like most Mediterranean food I've had, the rice has been not like dry, but more on the dry side, as to where like Mexican rice or Asian rice is more on the sticky, moist side. I like that.
But if you were to pick your favorite Mediterranean dish, what would it, if you had to, what would it be? If you had to eat something, and I'm not talking about you go up and you're like, I guess I can eat this. You go, okay, I'm actually happy that this is on the table. You said Mediterranean, I was scared that it would be all that other gross, long rice bullshit, but this in front of me is what I want to eat at this very moment.
I think I like the... I'm not a big fan of Mediterranean kebabs. I like pita with lamb and tzatziki. That stuff's good. Tzatziki's really good.
You still haven't been to Pita Pit in 5 Points
in South
Colombia.
I probably will never go.
Which is really good. If you and I are ever in Colombia together, which I don't think you and I have probably hung out once in Colombia, right? Like actually,
twice, I think.
We went to Groucho's one time, which is one of my favorite sandwich places.
No, and then you came over once.
I came over to your
that
apartment
I was at, yeah.
And we just drove, I think.
I think so.
We just drove.
Drove into the sunset, dude.
I think
listen to cowboy
music. Was it at a weird hour of the day?
Yes, it was really strange.
Dude,
I barely even remember that time period.
Same here. It's all a blur. But
that's probably
a huge blur. But that's probably just because I was like locked away in a cave somewhere. Just my brain was fried.
The terrorists had.
I was taken hostage by Al Qaeda. They were.
Don't say that.
They were mad that ISIS has.
Stop! Don't say those words.
What?
The system will pick them up, Ryan.
I'm sorry.
Actually, with the whole recent YouTube, adpocalypse, where they're flagging words, what I've been wondering is. They have the caption system that's pretty good at picking up what you say, the auto caption. So what I'm wondering is if that system is also listening to videos and then picking up flag words within the video. So even if we don't put anything bad in the title or the description or tags, I wonder if it's able to go in and listen and pick up swear words, pick up hot button words, and then flag the video secretly for less ads or whatever because we have said these things in it.
Isn't that creating a bigger problem? Because originally YouTube had a problem with context. Like there would still be that bad word or a word used, but they would automatically kind of target it and take the video down without getting the context of why it was up.
Yeah.
The same can be said for the copyright issues that were going on probably like major 2 years ago or so. And I think that this closed captioning system is just a bigger problem. That would create a bigger problem of that because then it would detect words that you necessarily didn't say.
Yeah.
And then
we could be talking
also not have context for why that was said, even though it might not have been said.
Because we could be talking about how it's so sad what's happening with ISIS and it's really bad. And then maybe it's like, well, demonetize them or pull the big ads from them because it picked up the word.
It's really bad that sad ISIS is...
Well, we actually kind of shot ourselves. Well, I specifically shot us in the foot. I don't know if we're permanently on a list because that one time I uploaded the podcast episode. It's episode 33, I think, called Reality Space Show. It was originally titled ISIS in Space.
Which is a great title. Which is a phenomenal title.
I love it. But YouTube immediately, before it even went public, YouTube was like, dude, you can't do this, and we have fully blocked.
Yeah,
this video.
YouTube himself came.
Yeah, Mr. YouTube came.
Steve YouTube
came, showed us his wiener, and blocked our video completely. We couldn't, like, it wouldn't even let it go public just because it had ISIS in the title. So
yeah,
we had to take it down and re-upload it. Dude, by now the system has been like, wow, we're not even 10 minutes in, and there's been 30 ISISes dropped. So.
What? Like, are they dropping them from planes onto buildings or something?
No, that's their new tactic. No, we've said the word ISIS like 30 times so far in this podcast.
Oh, well.
Well, I guess we're not making money on this one.
Just title this one The ISIS Podcast.
Okay, I'll do it, Ryan.
Instead of...
Watch me.
Watch.
Chief Keef dances to Alabama ISIS.
Come on. Anyways, Matt.
Yeah.
What's up?
Not much, man.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling a little woozy today.
Woozy? Why?
Because yesterday we went to the Renaissance Fair.
We did.
We went to the Renaissance Fair
with Chris and Ross and Holly
and Barry, and it was so much fun. I had a wonderful time.
It was a fun time. I don't drink normally, so I went above the limit that I usually go.
He drinks abnormally. He drinks through his nose.
Yeah.
But we both had a little bit of a too good of a time.
And we're both lightweights too.
Yeah, so that didn't end too well. Last night I felt so bad.
I got home and I slept, and I was scared that you were waiting outside because I let my phone die when I was asleep. It was just on or something.
Oh yeah,
and I was
because you had my keys.
Yep.
So well, actually, what did happen was I got in the elevator and I was waiting for you to call it up. I waited for like 5 minutes, and the lights in the elevator turn off after.
I know. Yeah, that
minutes.
happened to me one time. I'm like,
shut off.
Are you kidding me? No.
And I was moving around trying to get it turn back on, and they're not motion censored. It's just based on if the elevator is in use. So I'm standing in the elevator and it's pitch black. And
wait a second. I'm trying to think. You drove my car back.
Yeah.
You didn't have to stand in the elevator.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. I don't want to give people. I gotta tell Matt something real quick.
All right. All right. Well, there's some revealing information about our apartment complex
that you realize you didn't have to stand in an elevator for 5 minutes.
But I cut it out so people won't. The Renaissance Fair was fun. A lot of mentally ill adults role playing.
Oh my god.
We're gonna go back later in May again, and
I dress up. The shit. Some of the shit they wear looks very comfortable.
Dude, when we go back, we're dressing up.
But I'm dressing up as like a little peasant because their clothes look very. It's like just a loose fucking shirt and some shitty pants.
God, I can't.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine the guys that have like the suits of armor and shit. You're standing out there in the California sun, out in the middle of the desert. It's out in the desert.
Well, they're the protagonist of their own story.
It's a lot of people role playing. It was the second time I've been because a couple weeks earlier I went to the Renaissance Fair with Chris and Ross and Barry. And the moment I walked in, this woman screamed for the guards to search me, saying I stole her bloomers because she was trying to role play with me. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I did that awkward laugh. I'm like, trying to be nice, and I quickly walked off.
Did you steal her bloomer?
No. I went off, had a good time. It's really fun because it's like one of the only places you can day drink.
I got drunk mad at you for like a total of 60 seconds.
We got in a big drunk fight.
Yeah.
In front of a fan too.
Yeah.
Right.
I felt bad after, like, now looking back. It's because
really
you were going to like shake their hand.
This girl went to shake my hand, and I bumped during the handshake. I bumped Ryan's cider, which spilled on him. Which then we got into a fight over that.
There's a big spilled spot on my shirt, and I was like, "Now I look stupid, and you don't look stupid." And then you were like, "Fine." And then I splashed some cider on you, but it wasn't even that much.
But it went in my shoe.
Yeah, and then and then I'm like, "You still don't look as stupid as I do," and I was just mad about that. And then he's like, "Fine," and then he pours cider on himself. And then I felt bad.
Hey, but then to make us both feel better, Chris poured cider on his shirt too.
Did he actually pour it on his shirt?
So then we all walked around with big fucking stains on our shirts.
Yep.
And then I went into a porta potty and I got really amused by the soap was like a big see-through thing, and there were little bubbles like suspended in it, and I thought it was the coolest shit.
There's a lot of cool stuff at a lot of overpriced shit.
A lot of overpriced shit.
Agree with me or not, I don't know, but they overprice stuff more than our state fair.
Yeah, and every drink is $10.50.
Yeah.
$10.50 for a cup of beer or cider or meat or whatever you're gonna get.
I mean, it does the job.
Yeah,
When
but I
you
mean,
get a good
I
bit in.
bought 4 drinks, so that was what 40.
You had 4 drinks?
Yeah,
I had like 3.5 and then a mead. I had
a
what,
mead. A
what
mead
did I
is
have?
more than 1 drink.
Okay,
It's really strong.
So I had a lemon cider, an apple cider, another lemon cider, half of someone else's peach cider, and then mead.
Yeah.
I thought mead was gonna be in this big thing. Mead sounds like this thing in a big jug. It comes in a little fucking cup that you get from like an office water.
Yeah, it's like
tank.
the type of cup you keep by your sink to do mouthwash with.
Yep.
But they actually do have a thing, where they have tavern winches. Is what they're called. You know, they got these ladies with these
Big bosoms.
big bazungas, and they do is they get a big.
Whoa.
No, but tavern winches, they get these big. What's the thing called?
A cup. What is that?
A chalice.
A chalice?
It's not a chalice.
It's not.
It's just a big drinking mug, and they fill it with mead, and you have to stand up on a thing.
They
and
fill it with me.
They make you drink. They make you drink it, and they hold it in your mouth, and make you drink it, and they make you stare at their bosom.
Do they make you stare at their bosoms?
That's what Chris said. Chris did it.
I think that's just Chris's way of they made me stare. And
I wasn't trying.
He got caught staring at some lady's breasts at the Renaissance Fair while he was drinking his own drink, and he's like, "She forced me to drink and stare at her boobs."
I thought I was supposed to. It's part of the thing.
But I had a good time with all of you.
I had a great time.
Like
it was
that's
wonderful.
the first time in a while where like I've been in a group and I like just kind of forgot about like work stress or any type of life stress, and I was just like having a good time because that happens when you're drunk, I guess.
Yeah, you had a great time. We went to a petting zoo.
The zoo was fun.
Yeah,
it was really nice.
They had those little chickens.
Oh, they were like
They felt like cats. Yeah, they looked like little cats and they felt like cats. They had big poofy black heads. They were very cute.
What was my favorite? I'm trying to think of what my
The
favorite
big sheep,
animal
the big
was.
fluffy sheep.
Those were nice.
Very
but
soft.
Probably dirty as shit.
Disgustingly dirty. They had the pony.
Pony was.
He looked sad. I felt bad
Was that
for
a
him.
pony or an ass?
No, they had asses, but there was also a pony by itself.
Okay.
Felt very bad for the pony. They had goats. I looked one right in the face.
Goats are so stupid looking.
They are. They got rectangular pupils. It's so weird.
Their eyes are like, you know when you were a kid and you drew like a crazy person, you always drew their eyes like one going diagonally, another going like straight off another way. Like goats have those eyes.
That's goats. Yeah, everything was overpriced. I bought a tiny pocket ocarina for like $25.
I thought 25. I thought you said it was like 20.
No,
22.
it was closer to 25. I don't remember the exact
Can you
price.
play the do do do?
No, because it only has 4 holes on it. I don't know how to play one with 4 holes. I don't know how to play one with 4 holes. I'm used to one that has 6. This had 4, and then I played it and it didn't sound good, and I was like, why did I just spend $25 on that?
Well, if you figure out the song, you can play it, go back in time, and buy a better one.
That's true. Yeah. Well, they
So-
didn't have one with 6 holes. I asked. I'm like, I'll try out a 4-hole one, and I played it and it sucked.
You should always get them to play a song on one of them just to see.
Yeah, but they're talented at it, and she'll be playing like the good one, like the good one she made.
She'll be playing some Bach.
Yeah, and it'll sound fucking beautiful. And I'll be like, I'll buy one, and then she'll give me some dinky little one that has fingerprints like molded into it and shit.
Now it's part of the costume.
Yeah.
When you go next time.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. And next time we go to the Renaissance Fair, we're gonna bring our camera, and we're gonna try to make a video.
You did bring the camera.
I did bring the camera.
But we got too occupied by our drinks.
And then I forgot to film everything. And I actually left my camera with someone that went with us, so they still have it. But yeah, that was the Renaissance Fair. Had a good time. All the people that came up to us and said, hey, thank you so much.
There's a really cool guy in line that we talked to about Dungeons and Dragons and shit.
Oh, yeah.
How he's been doing a game for like the past,
since
12
2003.
years or so?
Yeah, since 2003. He's
Yeah.
been doing the same game. So, Jesus Christ, 14 years of the same Dungeons and Dragons
He was
character.
so cool, too.
He was really cool.
I always picture like people that are into Dungeons and Dragons like that, like to the extent of carrying a game on for over a decade. I always picture like they'd be this, the stuff that I guess the Big Bang Theory or Family Guy would make fun of and create a caricature out of, but he was just a normal fucking guy and it was really cool.
Yeah, he was all dressed up as his character, and he was real cool. But I mean, like, Dungeons and Dragons gets this rep that you always think of it as these like mouth breathing like neckbeards, but then like all of our friends play it, and they're cool people,
and none of them have beards.
None of them. Well, Aaron has a beard.
It's not a beard. That's a goatee.
Aaron's got a. You have a beard. Your beard's getting huge.
Is it? No,
huge. Yes, it is.
Well, I wish I could fill in right here.
It's mainly
the cheek area. It's down here, and I have to always shave because then it starts getting all Amishy looking.
It's getting a little it's creeping into the neck territory.
Yeah, I always have to like shave like that. What's under my fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish. Well, at least you can grow facial hair.
You'll grow facial hair one day.
here's the thing.
I think my face just looks better with facial hair than without.
If I decided to grow facial hair, it's gonna take me probably 3 or 4 months until I actually get to the point where it's like, okay, here's facial hair. It looks good. But up until that point, it's gonna look terrible. It's gonna be scraggly and just like I'm gonna have to wait for it to fill out, and it'll look awful.
I would want you to grow out a mustache, shave your head bald, and then wear Aussie glasses all the time.
Like
Ozzy
the little
Osbourne.
circular black ones?
Yeah.
I'd fucking do that.
You'd look like that would be a look. That would be a fucking
Would it work
look
for
you.
branding? Would I get more popular online? Would people say, look at this guy?
Yeah.
What a weird transformation in character that would be. Like, yeah, this is what he used to look like, and now this is what he looks like
Well,
now.
even going back from when you dyed your hair like bleach blonde.
Yeah, like comparing those two images.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna grow a mustache.
I think I made the like biggest just kind of step in less than a month. I went from from the stupid blue and purple hair that was that whole thing, and then I just went bald.
You completely shaved your head.
I completely went bald.
I remember when I saw.
It wasn't buzzed.
No, it was not buzzed. You actually shaved. What? You just go in the barber and like just all of it off.
Yeah, and she was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes." "Are you sure?" "Yes."
Ryan, what if I bleached my hair and just grew it out and just pushed it back and slicked it back and then grew the mustache instead of going bald? Bleach my hair, grow it, kind of push it back like maybe like Johnny Depp style, and then I get the mustache and I wear those circular black glasses.
Push it back Johnny Depp style. What do you mean? He has like shaggy hair.
Does he?
What he has shaggy hair and like wears a fedora.
What? Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm talking about? Like the long hair, but you just kind of like push back like Braveheart. You know?
Oh, you mean like a mullet?
No,
what are
not.
you talking?
All right, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. I had a lot of fun doing this stream, and like as usual, there will be another stream tomorrow, same time. Except that we'll try not to shoot for 1 o'clock. We'll try to shoot for 12 o'clock, like I usually do. And so, guys, come out, and we'll keep building. We'll keep building, and we're gonna work more on the park. Probably gonna build some stuff over here, over in this direction. The Bojangles to build on, and I think a gas station and whatnot. So we'll work on that. I might be doing a Tarkov stream with Douglas. If you like, maybe here in an hour or two. I don't know. He hasn't spoken with me. Might be doing work. I have no idea. So okay, if you want to come out to the stream, tomorrow 12 o'clock p.m. Then it is 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and that's every day. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.